What's up? What's up? And welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is. Oh, baby, we to the end of the week. Shout out to Friday Junior. Big fan of Thursdays. Absolutely, absolutely, man. I mean, for multiple reasons. I mean, we obviously get to come up here and stream, have a little fun, right? We know TaNeisha from, at Really Flawed Footballer. Join us around 5:30 time frame. Preview this Vikings matchup all the way through and through. Super excited about that. Recapping our picks of the week. Wasn't the best, but still, fun time nonetheless. And we got time for them phone lines today as well, man. So, like I said, man, I'm excited for days like today, little Friday Juniors, and just in general, man, because the weekend is right around the corner, and I got me a cool game I get to call tomorrow, man. For those in the Pittsburgh area, get to call Avon Worth versus Central Valley, man. I'm excited, man. Like I said, man, it's been 2 weeks since I've been in the booth. It's been 2 weeks too long, so super excited about that. And your boy got to make a little road trip, all right? Shout out to the fan. But other than that, though, man, things are good. Things are good. But shout out to the members, man. Y'all got a chance to see some real life and going on right now, man. I had to drop y'all one of my videos, man, because it got real over here around the Moats residence, man. Had a little extra visitor that wasn't welcomed all the way. You know what I'm saying? So we had to go ahead and address that. Shout out to the members. If you know, you know. All right. But other than that, though, man, things been good today, man. Been bumping over here on this clips let God sort them out, man. I had to put that back on today. Was bumping that POV. Kilos in my back. I'm a jail right there, but you already know. I be feeling it, man. I be feeling it. But yeah, man, definitely cannot complain, man. Vibes are good. Vibes are high. The guys, the black and gold guys, on their way to Ireland, should be there by now, hopefully. About to say, but either way, so good for those dudes, man, as they make that trip across the pond to hopefully defend our it's technically not our home, but an extension of our home, all right? Because we the home team, and we know the Roonies, how they feel about Ireland. So, I got a little Irish in me. So, gotta make sure we hold it down over there, okay? But with that being the case, though, man, we do have plenty of content, man, that has recently dropped, man. Shout out to everybody that's been, tapping into some of those film reviews. Yesterday we dropped 2 Patrick Queen reviews. One, obviously, for the members, where you got multiple plays up there. I believe it was 4 total. And then we did a 2-play release for the lower room for everybody else, so to speak. But shout out to the engagement, man. And hopefully, like I said, man, y'all check that out, man. And y'all can see some of the stuff that, as a person who's kind of done that and has lived that, to just let you know that, hey, man, he actually is bringing a lot to the table in terms of what he is helping us with on defense and the plays that he is making that sometimes get overlooked. So shout out to PQ for that. And then we also did a film review on Derek Harmon, right? First round draft pick, had his first NFL debut. And he put together some good stuff. It wasn't perfect, and we talk about some of that in the review, but as a whole, that was pretty cool, man. That was a vibe, man. So, like I said, man, y'all definitely check out those. And like I said, we're going to keep doing that every single week, man. We come back with different reviews, different players. Sometimes it's for just highlight plays of, things that I kind of wanted to talk about. Sometimes it's hyper focused on a specific player, like what we got this time with PQ and with Derek Harmon. But I'll also, man, shout out to the feedback, because there was one particular question that we had, a particular question that somebody had about a play that I didn't actually talk about, but they dropped it in the comment section, and I was still able to give them that answer. So, like I said, man, y'all let me know as well, man, if there's specific plays or certain topics that you guys want to discuss, man, hey, drop it in the comment section on some of these videos, man. I'll make sure, we get that bag rolling, all right? And I will do better with them community posts too, okay? Because I'm supposed to be letting y'all know, like, hey, man, there's something specific that y'all got on your heart this week. Let me know so I can look into it and get the answers for you guys, all right? But either way, man, shout out to everybody that is here and is supporting the vibe, supporting the movement, baby. Let's see. New content that also just dropped. So we know yesterday Tyler Candelaria was on the show with us. Absolute blast. Anytime we get a chance to catch up with him. Mark Bergen, who, obviously has been a part of the channel now for couple months now, man, doing his thing. But he also dropped his preview for the Vikings matchup. So definitely tap into that also. And I see you, Brandon Griffin. He says, man, we need some O-line each week. Hey, man, I ain't against that, baby. I'm definitely not against that. Shoot. In fact, man, it was just, it was funny because I felt like I gave y'all some Broderick early on. I was like, let me rotate off for the O-line, get you something else. But all right, shout out the O-line then, baby. I got you on that. No worries at all. Also, I felt like, man, it was heavy-handed. Everybody was talking O-line this week, right? But it was more so everybody was talking like all the bad stuff. So it was kind of like, all right, bro, I see what the O-line talk is about right now. I'm cool right now. But yeah, man, I definitely peeped it though, man. And I also, this is just the professional in me. I see my dog Trey Essex. I'm like, yo, Trey dropping some tape, man. I'm like, hey, man, I'm about to step on you, baby. I like how you doing it over there, man. So that was a lot of the behind the scenes that I was thinking of, man. But for sure, I got you though, man. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Hey, Rod Dollar stalled me out, man. Stalled me out. My man said, I'm mad. Most was scared of a dead snake. Hey, look, man. Dead or not, a snake is a snake. Okay. I don't, nobody, nope. I don't do it. And honestly, if it won't for wifey bringing it up and like making a big, attention getter about it, yeah, that snake still be out there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'd have walked by that thing about 50 times. Like, nope, I'm just not gonna look. If I don't look, it's not there. Yep. It's not moving anywhere. So as long as I don't make eye contact with it, I'm good. Yeah. It was bad, man. It was bad. Oh, it made my flesh crawl just thinking about how it. And Rod, I really want to know how it got across the driveway, man. Because for sure, it wasn't even on our property a couple days ago. And then all of a sudden, it's like, damn, how you get here, bro? I know you ain't walk. Are you a zombie? Is it a zombie snake? You see what I'm saying? Like, these are some of the questions that I started to have. I had to go research. I was like, bro, I'm stressing out. Y'all see, I was sweating. I was dead serious about that video, man. Shoot. And I don't think one of my dogs, because my dogs are like bougie. I got these little cute little Frenchies. They bark a lot, but they ain't really about that action. So for sure, I don't think it was my dogs, but maybe it was somebody's dog. Because I'm like, yo, what could have moved it, man? It was over that side of the, like, oh, man. But for sure, I am not up. I'm barely an animal person. Like dogs, cats, fish. Like, really, I'm a dog and a fish guy, really. Right. But I've expanded. I like birds. Right. I'm expanding my palate for animals. But the snake, I just, I don't know. And I've lived with snakes before. Okay. Like I have. And it was cool ish. But I was also like 18 and a half, 19. So I ain't really know no better. Now I'm like, no, bro, that's a whole snake, man. I'm just cool on it, man. So yeah. But shout out to y'all. Maybe y'all are way tougher than me, all right? Because I think some of y'all are actually like wildlife people. Y'all actually like snakes. Y'all actually like, rodents and y'all go outside like, oh, look at this. Let me go touch it. Let me go name it. If that's the case, I appreciate y'all. All right. I'm just not like that. Okay. But let me know in the comment section. Maybe y'all are snake people. Do y'all like the outdoor animals? Because like when I say animals, I'm like, okay, I think dog, cat, bird, fish, indoor domesticated, but not just animals. That's like an animal. That's like, it might as well have been a coyote. The snake like an anaconda to me. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah. See now, Jar Devil, snakes are the homies. They the homies as long as they're not on my property. You feel me? Like stay away, and then y'all can be the homies as much as y'all want to be the homies, man. All right, Cookie Monster, you relate. I appreciate you, man. No snakes for him either. Hey, I'm with you, baby. I am with you. A snake is just a rope that has a mouth. You know what? I can dig that. A creepy rope on top of that. Because how they just, man. You have me having nightmares when I go to bed tonight. Like, yo, is there a snake under there, man? Jeez. Or you could just say, a snake is just a lizard with no legs. Now, see, lizards are actually kind of cool. I've done the lizard thing before. I don't trip on the lizards. All right. That snake, though, just, it's something about how the snake just snakes around. I'm just like, I don't like how you be moving, man. You make me nervous, man. Make me real nervous. All right. Let's see. Are you a snake guy? Nope. He says, yeah, no snakes. Nope. Yeah, man. Rod Dollar hits it right on the head right here. Rod, thank you. I couldn't have said it this way. Okay. You are the man right here. I like reptiles as long as they behind the glass. I'm with you. I will go to every aquarium. Heck, whenever we travel, it's like, yo, where's the aquarium? So I can see the cool little water stuff. Oh, you got snakes in there? I bet. Let me see the snakes. Okay, the snakes on the grass on the water. I bet. I like it. That's their habitat. Frogs. Oh yeah, all the little reptiles, right? I'm down for all of that. Like you said, as long as they're behind that glass, man. Keep it behind the glass. Do you want to pet it? No. You ain't got to bring it out the box. Only just keep it in the glass. Keep it right over there, baby. All right. Yeah. Now, Tyler, for sure, I'm like, snakes and spiders, absolutely. My problem is this. I encounter spiders a lot, and especially when we moved out here, man. And it was just like the type of spiders I've encountered. I'm like, yo, where are y'all from? I'm like, y'all, whatever happened to your normal like granddaddy long leg spider? I'm like, these spiders be thick, like fur on them at the time. I'm like, bro, what? You step on the spider and you can like hear it. I'm like, oh. But I gotta play tough because it's like wifey ain't dealing with no spiders. And then I got kids, right? My oldest, 18, right? She for sure. She like, pops, need you ASAP. Come on now. My middle girl, wherever, if there's a snake even in the vicinity, she's going to stop what she's doing and she's going to come find me. It's been times where I'm like, yo, I'm in the middle of a workout, babe. Dad, it's a snake. No, that's a spider. I'm like, bro, where's it at? You know, you walk over there, it's like, it's be like that big with some terms. Like, yo, it's a spider, Dad. I'm like, I got you. Say with my little guy, he'll be in the middle of a baseball workout at the house, like, bah. He'll see that spider. Oh, nope. We ain't playing no more. So now I got to do the whole, all right, I'm tough. I got this. I'm the homeowner, right? So I be hyping myself up. I've never had to hype myself up for action, right? If you're talking about like a physical hand-to-hand altercation, whether it's sanctioned, right, football, or non-sanctioned, right? Sometimes when you're young, you have some extracurricular activity where you gotta knock if you buck. But still, you never have to hype yourself up. I've never had to hype myself up for that. That's like natural. Man, when it's time to get these snakes and these spiders, though, especially these spiders, because it's a lot. Like I said, I see those frequently out here. I'll be in this joint getting myself the pep talk. Come on, man. Who house, bro? It's your house, bro. Who the man? Huh? It's your world. Come on, bro. Hey, you going out like that? You gonna let this little spider come through and take your block, take your hood right in front of you, in front of your wife, in front of your kids? You gonna go out like that? No, I ain't gonna never stand for that. In my mind, for those that have seen the movie Menace to Society, all right, you gonna smoke your cousin right in front of you? And you cool with that? No, I ain't never going for that. No. So that's how I be talking to myself. I ain't trying to get myself fired up. And then once I finally get enough of the and I step on the spider and he's dead, I do my war cry. Genghis Khan! That's literally how I do it, bro. All right. So now y'all know, okay? Mostly don't do spiders. I don't do snakes. I do just enough to be a good housekeeper. Okay. That's my whole job. I feel like, I gotta make sure that I manage the house, keep everything in order, right? Both internally, externally. And yeah, man, that's for sure the nasty part of the job that I am not a fan of. When they talk about being a homeowner, they talk about being an adult. I'm like, bro, take me back to being 13. All right. Take me right back to that age group. I'm cool. I'm calling my pops. I'm calling my mom. Hey, help me, please. Pretty please. It's right here. Cause y'all be seeing how those snakes be moving, man. Those snakes be moving. I'm like, ah! And then those spiders. I'll walk into a spider web, man. I'll freak out because I'll be like, I ain't even see it. Ah! And then before you know, you're like, oh, all right. It was just a little bit of my wife's hair on me. Hugged it too tight, my bad. But I be so paranoid about those spiders, man. I'm telling you, I don't do it. I don't do it. Now you're going to have me in here just peeping all around, man, just casually, all right? So y'all got to chill on me, man. Y'all got to chill. But for sure, shout out to like I said, man, wildlife. Shout out to being an adult, okay? Not everybody signed up for all this stuff, all right? People complain about, when you come, you getting the fame, when you getting the money, certain things coming that you ain't signed. It's like, I ain't even tripping on that. All right, you want to take a picture? I want to take a picture with you. I ain't tripping on that. All right. Oh, they ask, man, I don't care, man, give a donation. I ain't tripping on that, man. But when it comes to those spiders, snakes, why? Tell me, why? Tell you, man, I be feeling, bro, for the heart. So I appreciate y'all allowing me to vent a little bit, all right? And I thought that y'all would appreciate that little video. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it up, just, so I keep my dignity around here. But I felt like, y'all could appreciate that on a day like today. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, Jar Devil, I'm trying to tell you, man, knock if you buck, bring back the memories. You already know what it is, man. Yeah, like, you know how I go, man. We all grew up around that time. You know how that time was. right? When it was cool to play that, and then it got to the point where you couldn't play them songs when you go start playing, like, hey, bro, don't play them, don't play them here now. All right. But yeah, man, it's all up, all up. Yeah. X concepts. I like your thought process right here. I've thought about this too. Let one of them do it. I play it cool, like, hey, are you ready to take the next step in your life? We're not trying, we can't go back. You either get better or you get worse. And the only way to improve is to conquer your fear. You have to be the one to take care of that spider. Hey, wifey, I know you love me, but I love you. And I don't love you because of where you're at. I love you because we're gonna push you to become. So I want you to get that snake this time, all right? Yeah, that snake and his spider still be sitting here looking right at us. You already know this, man. All right. Someone's gonna build some character. You funny, man. Let's go. But yeah, man, this is for show. But yeah, I don't do this, man. I don't do this wildlife stuff. So I appreciate y'all, getting a chance to check that out. And hopefully y'all don't laugh at my fear too much. Cause yeah, I'm supposed to be this big, tough, linebacker, tattoos, muscles, and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, I'm a chicken with that. I don't play that. I'm like, just keep that over there. I don't even want to deal with it. Like, don't even bring the toy of it. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a toy like that. Just keep, man, we ain't even, why we want to play like that? We don't play games. Oh, it's a toy thing. Pretty please. With all due respect. All right. See, now y'all got me in here 17 minutes, man. I ain't even got the bills paid just yet, man. Think about that day on snake. So let me get focused real quick. Here we go. All right, you know what time it is, baby. Today's show is sponsored by SeatGeek. I'm talking about the top rated ticketing app and one of my personal favorites to use. I mean, I travel a lot. I go to a lot of games. But when you think about SeatGeek, 28 million tickets sold, over 70,000 events offered. I mean, shoot, my personal favorite is when I got to go find parking, right? Because when you got to go find parking, you can see how this thing could be really, really useful. I mean, I'm over here like, you know what? Let me check out the Gold One parking garage. Tells me, all the details I need to know, even how quickly I will receive it. I mean, these are all awesome things when you're talking about, going to an event, making it stress-free, but also getting exactly what you're looking for. And the beautiful thing is this, since you are here, I got you back. Let me help you, okay? See, the promo code is Moats. You make that first purchase, right? It makes you download the app too. Way easier process. But when you make that first purchase, make sure you use the promo code Moats, man. You get $20 off of that order, all right? It's a pretty cool concept. It's pretty simple. And it's just, our way to make sure that your experience is, exactly what you're looking for. But with that being the case, you know what it's time to do. So enjoy. Alrighty. So with that being the case, let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this show started. All right. Drop it in the comment section. Where you tuning in from? So that way I can give you that big boy shout out to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's get it, man. Always a blast when I get to just come up here and ramble a little bit, and then I turn around and y'all actually can relate to it. I'm like, oh, all right, y'all know my pain. Y'all can feel what I'm on. Let's see. We got Jardell in the 3-1. San Pedro, California. Rod Dollar in the 3-3. Youngstown, Ohio, Mr. Sharon, baby. Salute to you. The homie X Concepts in the 724 Claridge, PA. And he says, now, why you want to do that? Better watch out. The Snakes family wants revenge now. See, now you about to have me over here like, okay, they about to come try to get their lick back. I'm not even responsible for the initial lick. I don't even know who got him. All right. Somebody got him and dropped his body on my spot. You feel me? And I had to go out there and defend my pride. I had to go defend my block. All right. Don't put me on that. That one on me, X. That one on me, man. Go send him over here looking for blood. Talk about, hey, Most, I heard it was you. No, it wasn't me, man. I just got rid of the evidence. I got somebody dropped the body on my spot. I had to get the body up out of here, man. Don't you do me like that. Shout out to the 610 Redding, PA, Mr. Cookie Monster. And of course, we got Michael Hyrack. Shout out to you in the 724 Mount Pleasant, PA, aka Pennsylvania. I see you, Leah Warren, all the way into 254. Killeen, Texas. Salute. Let's get it. Oh. Shout out to Steelers dude. 18. You already know. In the 716, aka the Rough Buffalo, New York. Shout out the Buffalo. Wendy Johnson, the 562, Long Beach. Always a pleasure to have you here. You know that. And then, of course, the homie Jared, Pittsburgh Steelers for life. The 559, Visalia, California. And he says, happy birthday to his daughter. It is her sweet 16. Man, let's go, Jared. I don't know why I called you Jared. I'm sorry. But let's go, Jared, man. And more importantly, happy birthday to your little lady, man. Sweet 16 years old, man. That is beautiful, man. And shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Let's keep it going, Pops. Let's keep it going. You know how we do, man. Dad gang in the building, man. All right, girl, dad. If you know, you know. But let's get it, man. That is awesome right there, baby. And man, just because I like you, I'm gonna end it with you, Craig Ellis, in the 717 Lancaster, PA. As always, you know I appreciate you being here from the heart, man. But let's hey, appreciate you, Jordan, for my correction. All right, you caught me slipping for a second, man. I tell you, that snake had me flustered. I've been throwing off all day. All right, when that thing happened, I'm just like, bro, I don't do this. I had to go work out. I was like, I'm gonna go work out because I don't feel good. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel good about everything that's happening right now. And the workout, for some reason, like my reset. I go get a nice sweat and I just like sweat, shower. All right, whatever was tripping ahead of time is no longer there. All right. So that was that. But yeah, man, just this conversation, it really threw me off, man. It really just because I don't do that. I ain't into that. But with that being the case, man, let's get this first topic going. Because as we've been saying, man, we've been doing my Moats picks of the week, where, you know, I let you know who I likes and who I don't like. And, you know, up until last week, I was pretty much cooking. I was on a nice little roll. All right. Last week, man, I came into week 3 sitting at 11-5. Obviously, me and Tyler have been doing this together. Tyler Candelaria, shout out to him. But, you know, me and him, we were both cooking. We were both feeling good about ourselves, right? Till that week 3 hit. Week 3 did your boy dirty, but it also did Tyler dirty as well. So we both got done dirty this weekend. Here we are. All right. So both of us came into last week and, you know, feeling great. 11-5 for both of us, man. We weren't picking the exact same squads, but as a whole, you know, we was looking the way we were supposed to look. Yeah. Not so much right now. All right. Not so much right now. So as we are in this thing, this week, we both got mollywopped. A fresh little 5 and 11 piece for both of us. So let me recap the actual games and picks, so that way you can, you know, have some slight enjoyment in this butt kicking that your boy ultimately took. But it was more so self-inflicted, all right? So give me some respect on that, too. You ain't about to just have me over here thinking I was washed and was just straight trash. Wasn't that, all right? For sure wasn't that. But it was definitely bad, all right? So now that I have this pulled up, first game felt good, man. Started out hot, man. That Thursday night game, Buffalo versus, you know, good old Miami Dolphins. I had that picked. Tyler had that pick, too. Just throwing it out there. And it felt good for a little while. And they were teetering for a little while. But unfortunately, it was at 12.5 points, and they only won by 10. I'm so disappointed in that team. Happy that they won, but highly disappointed that they did not cover. Because good teams win. Great teams, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers, cover because the Steelers won and covered. All right, just throwing that out there, okay? So just remember that, all right? So started off not the best, but it still felt good because I like when the Bills win. All right, just throwing it out there. Next up, good old Packers. Of course, I had the Packers. Why? Because who wouldn't pick the Packers plus 8.5 versus the Browns up until that game was taking place? And, you know, Packers just kind of in that, what was that? I think they had a 10-point lead at one point. And it's like, okay, I think it's going to work. And then what do we get? Good old Cleveland comeback plus victory. God, dog, can't make this up. So we both took L's in terms of me and Tyler on that matchup. After that, man, I had the Bucks -7. I took the L. He unfortunately got a W by taking the Jets. Bucks won, but they only won by 2, 29-27, and they needed to win by 7. From there, man, we both took the Rams plus 3.5. Obviously, we saw how that was supposed to hit. If it wasn't for Jordan Davis blocking the field goal, that for sure would have hit. But such is life. Woo, L City for the Falcons. We both took the Falcons, man, plus 5.5, because why wouldn't we? They were playing against the Carolina Panthers, and up until last week, the Carolina Panthers looked like they couldn't get out their own way. Of course, Panthers win 30-0, so we both took L's there. Then after that, I'm a believer, at least last week, in Indiana Jones. So shout out to the Colts, man. That got me another dub over there, man. 4.5 or -4.5 for the Colts. I had them pick to win that, or at least to cover that, and they won and covered, man. 41-20 versus the Titans. For Tyler, he took the Titans, so that was his L right there. We both took the Bengals plus 3, and then the Bengals decided to self-sabotage and say, you know what? Don't worry about this, Mosi and Tyler. Y'all both gonna take an L. So we both lost that one. Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings, though, for rubbing it in our faces. Okay. But then from there, man, I unfortunately was believing in Geno a little bit too much. Took Raiders plus 3.5. They got whooped 41-24 at Washington versus the Commanders. And Tyler did pick the Commanders in that situation. So that was his win. We both took Steelers to not just win, but to cover also. So I know the Steelers didn't look all super duper sexy and make everybody feel super duper amazing, but they not only won, they covered as well. They had to win by more than 2 points. And yeah, they did just that, baby. Won by 7. So like I said, good teams win, great teams cover. All right. You heard it here. Next up. Shout out to my guys. Trevor, Lawrence, Travis, ETN, man. I had those guys in terms of the Jaguars beating the Houston Texans. So that was my win. Not only did they win, they had to win by 2 or more, right? They were favored by 1.5 points. So I got the dub right there. Tyler was believing in the Texans, took L. All right. From there, man, shout out to the Seahawks. I went with the Seahawks, man, to not just win, but to cover. They were -7 in terms of the favorite versus the Saints, but Saints had to make that long trip. Seahawks win 44-13, so winning and covering. Tyler, on the other hand, took the L. He was rolling with the Saints. He thought that spread was too big. Nah, brother, nah. But let's keep it going. From there, I went with the Broncos plus 2.5 versus the Chargers. And the Chargers won 23-20. So just by the hair of their chin and chin. But either way, an L is an L for me, and that's a W for Tyler. Then from there, we both took big fat L's. Compliments of the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to the Cowboys, man. They weren't even like big dogs either. Or excuse me, weren't even heavily favored, but it was like, man, the spread was at 0.5, right? So not even a full point. Well, we just needed a little something. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get that. Bears beat the heck out of them. Was it 31-14? Shout out to Caleb Williams and company, man. Now everybody believing in Chicago all of a sudden, man. But either way, such as life, 2 L's for the gang. From there, I took Cardinals. Tyler did not believe in the Cardinals, so he decided to go against the Cardinals and went with the Niners. And yes, the Niners won the game 16-15, but the spread was +3. Cardinals got points. Now, granted, you accomplished the mission, but what did it cost you? Everything. I need my dog James Conner get healed up, man. Need my dog bounce back soon, man. Need my dog get right, man. But yeah, that was a tough one. But they did cover. Next up, man, we both took L's with the Giants +6. Shout out to the Chiefs doing what they did versus them. And more importantly, man, shout out to the Giants sparking, some more internal chaos. Make this Winston Jackson dart. Let's do it. All right. And then the last one on the list, I took an L on. He, in terms of Tyler, won. I had Ravens -4.5. He had the Lions on that. Obviously, the Lions won 38-30. So he did get the W there. But we both ended up at 5-11 off of that. And yeah, it was not our finest hour at all. But with that being the case, though, we are actually in a weird space sitting at like identical records, man. So, here we are. So with that being the case, though, let's get to some positivity, okay? Because it's time to bounce back. It's time for me to have a better week. Hopefully, Tyler doesn't have as good a week, but he did try to copy me on some of my picks. Just throwing that out there, all right? I be telling him all the time, bro, you got to chill with all this copying me, man, all right? I know what I'm doing. You don't, okay? Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not really, well-versed in picking. I just be liking to do it because it's fun to do. All right, it's what you're supposed to do when you do sports. Just come up here, you look at the spread, you talk about it. Duh. But with that being the case, for the week 4 slated games, we know tonight we got action, right? Thursday night football, Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Cardinals. One of my former teams, man. That year 9 on the resume. Shout out to the Cardinals. I think they might break it out some of their new unis too, man. But the Cardinals are home dogs, getting +1.5, man. Obviously, we talked about James Conner going down for them, and that is a big, big loss. But for me, oddly enough, I like the Cardinals in this one. Not to maybe win per se, but if they don't win, because I do think it's going to be close. Short week, whenever it's a short week, I do like to favor the home team just because you don't have to deal with the travel. So you get that bonus day of preparation, but more importantly, that bonus day of recovery, rest, whoever your chiropractor, masseuse, whatever you need to do to get your body in order to play. When you're the home team on that short week, you get the advantage because you don't have to travel. Seattle still has to travel. Now, it's not a far trip, but they still do have to make some arrangements and some accommodations. So to me, I do like the Cardinals to get that +1.5. Give me the Cardinals with points, man. For Tyler, he's going with Seattle. Okay, so shout out to him on that. And I could definitely understand that. I mean, you look at how Seattle was able to beat us, and they really just stayed buttoned up, right? Didn't make a lot of mistakes. They were able to keep that momentum going as well. Like I said, man, with the big victory they just had versus the Saints. So I get why he's doing that, but it's, I got to roll with the Cardinals, man. What's they say? C red, B red, or C red. Yeah, that's the one. Next up on the docket, you got Steelers Vikings, right? Home game for the Steelers, except it's their home alternate, right? The one over in Dublin, Ireland. They got us kind of like we at home, but still dogs, right? +2.5. As a whole, I'm not going to tell you right now, but actually, as a whole, me and Tyler do like the Steelers +2.5, right? In terms of the points. I'll tell you in terms of, what that looks like and how that looks when we get to the breakdown and everything like that. But to me and to Tyler, man, we do like the +2.5. Call us homers, whatever. But we'll see. Because it was funny, man. Last week, was it -1.5? And then we ended up winning by, was it 7 points or whatever? And it's like, dang, all right, well, technically, we destroyed the spread. I don't know if that's the same this week, but you know what? We're going to Ireland. Who doesn't feel lucky? I feel lucky. All right, where's the 4-leaf clover at? Let's get it, man. Next up, we got Lions hosting the Browns. Now, the Browns just pulled off the big boy upset, right? Knocking off the Green Bay Packers. I'm sure we should all be feeling confident in them, except Vegas does not because of what the Lions also were able to do versus the Ravens. And we obviously know process of elimination, or not even process of elimination. What do they call that? The transitive properties or whatever, where, okay, Ravens beat Browns. Lions beat Ravens. Lions host Browns. So in theory, it should be Lions beat Browns, right? But they got them at -10. That is a lot of points, especially at this level. But me and Tyler both agree that, yeah, we think it's appropriate, man. More so because of how well the Lions are playing right now. Offensively, we know they have talent. Jared Goff can sling that rock around. The running game is nice. Receivers, tight ends, I mean, they're complete, but their O-line is dang good. And I think that's the thing that really shows with the Lions. Flip side is, man, they're rushing the passer really well, man, getting after the quarterback. I think Lamar was sacked like 7-8 times, something like that, man, in that Monday night game. And more importantly, when you're talking about the Browns, their strength is their defense. They struggle offensively. Well, for the Lions, it's not going to be a great mismatch. In fact, the Lions, you can make a case that they're stronger offensively than they are defensively. And yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. For sure, it's gonna be a good one. But I like the Lions to not just win, but to cover as well. Like I said, man, 10 points on that thing, man. And Tyler agrees as well, man. So shout out to both of us for that. Next up, we got Chargers going to the Giants to face the rookie quarterback Jackson Dart. First NFL start. And it's against Jim Harbaugh and them day going Chargers. For sure, I'm rolling with the Chargers. All right. Actually, Tyler is as well. 6 points. We do not care. I think Chargers win this one comfortably because they are a complete team offensively, defensively, and special teams. They got bullies in the trenches. They have a playmaker, a quarterback who is confident, knows what he's doing, and is not turning the ball over as much. Even with them losing Najee, they still have a running game, man, that, reflects what they want to do. So, yeah. And like I said, with the Giants, I like their pass rush, but as a whole, I don't love their defense. I like, Malik Neighbors, but to me, man, they have a lot of work that needs to be done. And they looking like it's just, oh, if I could just switch this one piece out, man, that'd be the answer. And I'm just like, I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's going to take just a little bit more than that. All right. But for sure, we're going with the Chargers on that one. All right. Next up, and also, man, as I take a sip of my Glacier Freeze. Shout out to that Glacier Freeze. All right. But while I'm doing this real quick, get my quick sip. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Now let's get back to it. Because there is a game that will be up in Buffalo, New York this weekend. All right. And there's a strong possibility, some people that I actually know really well are going to be at that game. Okay. They host the New Orleans Saints, NOLA. All right. But they got the Bills. 15.5-point favorites. God. 15.5 points. That's a lot of points. Now, somebody told me it's an alumni weekend up there in Buffalo for the farewell season last year at the stadium. So I heard that, the excitement is real. The way that people are pulling up the who's. It's supposed to be electric up there, but 15.5 is a lot of points. So I'm going to do this in the most non-biased / heavy on the bias way and go with the Bills to win and cover that. Tyler, on the other hand, is taking a more reasonable approach. He's taking the Saints with this. Okay, so shout out to Tyler. But for sure, I'm rolling with the 15.5. So be it. So be it, baby. But yeah, man, I heard it's gonna be a little bit of a show up daddy weekend, baby. Ooh, wait. And yeah, Tom Jade, I'm with you, man. He's for sure overrated, man. I don't even know why they gave that man that MVP. I'm trying to figure that out to this day. How that man Josh Allen got that MVP, like, Lord have mercy. But we ain't about to do that, dog. I'm staying focused. I don't stand focused. And do what Craig Ellis said. Get them likes up one time for the culture. If you know, you know. All right. Let's get it. Yo, funny, man. I'm telling you, I'll be up here just cracking up. My folks be over here like, yo, why you be laughing so much? I'm like, yo, it's the chat. It be the stream. Like, we just be cooking. Yo, y'all make it so much fun for me. Like, I appreciate y'all for the heart. So we be up here just cutting up, having a fool with it, man. I like it, though. So, yes, let's continue on, though. All right. Because we do got the Eagles undefeated still, right? Super Bowl champs holding it down. But they got to go to Tampa and face good old Baker Mayfield and company. All right. Now, Tyler, he's not digging the Baker Mayfield Tampa Bay Buccaneers vibe. So he takes the Eagles in this matchup. But not so fast over here, fella. Not so fast. Why? Because I heard that man down there living in Tampa, he wakes up on game days feeling dangerous. You know what I say about Baker? Yeah, he woke up feeling dangerous, man. And whenever you get a quarterback that wakes up feeling dangerous, I like that. I like that a lot. So for me, I'm going with Baker. Okay, I'm rolling with Baker or no, because they ain't scared of nothing. And I really think that they match up well with the Eagles because of their ability to have the quick passing attack and Baker's accuracy. I think that that's one of the things that really gives the Eagles problems. And that's why I thought Matthew Stafford and the Rams would be able to have success, which they did, because it's more of a passing attack that is quick and the rhythm part is there, but you also have higher level playmaking if the first reads aren't there. And that's some of the issues that, when we talk about the Dolphins, where we say, man, Tua, if it's first read, he gets it out, back foot, hits the ground, boom, 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 3-step, 5-step, he's money. He's electric. He can cook anything. It's when that first one isn't there, now he has to kind of hold it. That's where he kind of gets into trouble. So when I look at Philly, it's like, yeah, man, I know that pass rush is stupid crazy, but just like anything, when those guys on the back end are asked to cover for too long, you can have success against them. But you got to find ways to help your whole line out to even get to the taking the shot part. And that's the part where when you look at what Stafford does, very similar to Baker, their ability to kill you from the short to intermediate, but still have that big arm to once you finally adjust to the short to intermediate, now they can gas you deep. Once your D-line a little bit sluggish, a little bit tired, that's the reason why I like the Bucks in this one, man. Plus, I'm getting 3.5. I can't go without that. But then from there, man, we got Titans going to the Texans. Little AFC South division rivalry. Should have called my little brother up for that one. He's a big Texans fan. That's his squad right there, man. But for yeah, boy, I like the Texans. They're getting 7 points on top of that too, man. And it's more so not necessarily my belief in Houston. It's more so my disbelief in the Titans, because everybody look like they having field days and great days versus the Titans. I'm like, man, can we get them on the schedule next week? I would love that. That'd be a great one to get the stats right and make ourselves feel a little bit better, right? But I like the Texans in that, even though, like I said, man, they're favored by 7, so that means they got to win by 8 or more. Excuse me. And I do feel confident they will do that. Now, Tyler, on the other hand, he said, man, I'm rolling with Cam Ward in the points. All right. He getting +7, so he's taking the Titans in that matchup. But then from there, it's time for the Commanders, or whatever name you would like to call them today, because they switch their name up every 2 weeks. You'd be like, bro, what's your name again? I remember we were with the football team at one point, just the Washington football team. Okay. But yet and still, we both, me and Tyler, do like the Commanders to win and actually cover in this one. They're favored, man, on the road, 1.5 points, traveling to Atlanta. And obviously, when we're talking about Atlanta, 2 weeks ago, different conversation, different thought process. You watch what happened versus the Panthers, and that's why, you become a home dog. But more importantly, too, man, Jaden Daniels and company, they're good, right? When healthy. And that's one of the big questions with Jaden Daniels. But more importantly, with Washington, they're a good team. And shout out to my dog Deucey Will Gay over there on that coaching staff too, man. Still doing his thing. If you know, you know. All right. Next up. Let me don't you freeze. Don't you do that. Sometimes the technology wanted to act all crazy. You gotta correct this sometimes, all right. But let's see. Oh my goodness. Did my screen just jump? Why you want to do this? Why you want to play like that? Don't play. Hey. I hate when it does that. Now we on to the next one. Panthers going to the Patriots. Yeah, I know we just went up there and tested that Patriots thing out, man. You can win in Foxborough. All right, I believe it now. I've seen it. You can win in Foxborough. Okay, nothing's off the table. Now, do we think that the Panthers are going to win in Foxborough? I don't know. I don't like it. But what I do like is the 4.5 points that they are receiving. So that means the Patriots don't just have to win. They have to win by at least 5 points. Y'all have seen what the Patriots can do, what they're capable of, but you also can see what they can do and what they're capable of. All right. It's a double-edged sword. So with that, I'm going to roll with the hot team, man. The team that just won 30-0 and did not have 5 turnovers and lose at home versus the Steelers, who has to be the worst team ever. All right. So with that, yeah, definitely give me the Panthers in that one. And Tyler actually agrees. He's taking the Panthers also. After that, we got Indiana Jones, right? Indianapolis Colts undefeated, taking that show on the road to the Rams. Rams favored it by 3.5 points, meaning they have to win by 4 or more. Of course, me and Tyler are taking the Rams. Of course, he said it yesterday on the show. Hey, bro, I don't really buy the Indiana Jones. I'm not buying Daniel Jones. I'm looking at some of the opponents. I'm just simply rolling with the Rams because I'm a Stafford and not Kingsbury. I'm a Stafford and McVay fan. Like those two together is beautiful. It's like watching Belichick and Brady. Like them two dudes are just such in tune with each other. They know each other so well. It's like I love watching that. And because of the skill, like Stafford, I think he's nice in terms of his skill wise, man. And he's tough as nails, man. He's always hurt, but he's always out there. So I do respect that for him as a quarterback. Next up, though, now we got action. It's the 4:00 time slot, right? First one, we're going to talk about Jacksonville traveling to San Francisco. Now, you've heard me speak multiple times about my, passion for Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. You throwing Travis Hunt, you throwing Brian Thomas. I got multiple reasons why I need to be tuned in and why I like them. And more importantly, man, because I believe it's still going to be Mac Jones over there with the Niners. And they just lost Nick Bosa for the year, ACL injury. I'm cool on the Niners. Give me Jacksonville plus 3.5 points. So I got a 4-point cushion off rip. I like that a lot, man. We're just going to have a 3-point cushion off rip because if they win by 4, then I take an L. But me and Tyler both agree, man. Jags plus 3.5 is for sure the way to roll. Now, this is probably like the most fun game in terms of actual competitiveness, because we know there's another game that has like the storyline is big, but in terms of the competitive nature, Ravens at Chiefs at 4:05. Chiefs home dogs getting plus 2.5 points. Now, there used to be a time in my life I would never bet against Mahomes when he is getting points because it's Mahomes. But you heard I've been talking about the Chiefs. I don't believe it. I think that it's currently living off of the past. And I think that team is, not so good. And I think Baltimore is actually going to go out here and, really show that. So I have Baltimore winning this thing. Like I said, they're minus 2.5, so they got to win by 3 or more. I think they do that, and it's nice. And actually, Tyler's rolling with me as well, man. But, yeah, I think Baltimore for sure wins this one, man. And I think they will cover this, man. I like Baltimore a lot in that one, man, for sure. Because, like I said, as much as I think the Chiefs schematically are going to do certain things to make Lamar uncomfortable, I just don't think they have the personnel to do it. I don't think they have the personnel to match it. And I think Lamar is also going to be remembering what happened last time he played them in terms of the AFC Championship and how that played out. And I just don't see him, going for that again. I'd for sure see him being more aggressive in terms of, actually trying to run the football instead of, when he played him in the AFC Championship, it was like, yo, let me just be a pocket passer. I'm not going to run anything. He's like, bro, why are you overthinking this thing? You're Lamar Jackson. Play like Lamar. I think he does that in this game right here, man, versus the Chiefs. Next up, though, we got the Bears going to the Raiders. And, of course, I'm Team Geno, so give me Geno, but he's a home favorite, 1.5, so we got to win by 2 or more. I ain't tripping on it. I like it. Give me Vegas and the Raiders. Tyler, on the other hand, is taking the Bears, all right? He likes the road dogs, and he'll see what that looks like, man, but for sure. Is it Raiders? The Raiders. Absolutely give me the Raiders. Absolutely. Then from there, man, you got the storyline game. I actually don't think this is, if both teams play their best, it should not be a competitive game. Green Bay Packers going to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys home dogs plus 7 points. So Packers, man, got to win by 8 or more. And yeah, me and Tyler both think that that's the case. More importantly, when you look at Green Bay, man, number one, they're going to be pissed, right? They're coming off of a game that they should have won versus Cleveland, and you really saw them in the end self-destruct and ultimately, give up a lead and take the L versus a team that they know if they played them 10 times, they're probably going to win it 7 to 8 of those times. Now, when you look at the Green Bay Packers also defensively, their pass rush is insane. Right? We talked about Parsons being over there now, Rashawn Gary over there, man. You look at the guys they've drafted, man, in all 3 phases, they are a good team. And then the flip side for Dallas, offensively, no CeeDee Lamb. We'll see, in terms of what their offense looks like. And now what the offense looks like without a CeeDee Lamb, because he's going to be out for a couple weeks, if I remember correctly. But their defense is the struggle part. And that's the reason why Green Bay got beat last week, was because they couldn't move the ball against Cleveland. This ain't that, though. This defense for sure ain't Cleveland's defense, man. So to me, I like the Packers to not just win, but I like them to cover. Like I said, man, 7 points is a lot, but they'll take care of that, man. Then from there, on your Monday night, your first Monday night game, because you got 2 Monday night games this week. First one, though, we got the Jets at the Dolphins. Boy, that's a bad ball right here. and they got the Dolphins favored by 2.5 points. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. If it feels great, and if it ain't Fields, and I got my man Tyrod Taylor, great. Because either way, I think that the Jets, I think they're actually gonna win this game. Now, granted, I get 2.5 points, and Tyler's also agreeing he's taking the Jets as well. So we got, like I said, plus 2.5. So Dolphins have to win by 3 or more. But to me, I just think that the Jets are a better team, and I think the Dolphins are trending in the wrong direction. And I just have more questions about their leadership and their direction as a whole versus the Jets, who I think, man, you had a Steelers in there, you had a Buffalo in there, and then your quarterback is hurt on top of that. So, you make your adjustments last week, and they played Tampa tough. If I remember correctly, yeah, they lost by 2 points. So, like I said, man, that's with Tyrod. That's a little bit different of a, ask in terms of the preparation on that, that the injury just happening and them having that first game with him. But to me, if it's going to be Tyrod again for the second week, now, okay, we got a chance to kind of build it and get a rapport and feel comfortable. If they're going back with Justin Fields, I haven't had a chance to look with them just yet. But if they are going back to Justin Fields, then shoot, I feel good about that because of how dynamic he is with his legs, but also his ability to throw the football, man. So, like I said, for me, man, I like the Jets in that. Tyler also takes the Jets. And then the last matchup, right? The second Monday night game. You have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Denver. Cincinnati is plus 7.5 points. So Denver has to win by 8 or more. Now, granted, we just saw the Bengals get beat pretty bad by the Vikings, but there were some self-inflicted stuff in there. We're going to say, like, me and TaNeisha will talk about that. But to me, I like the Broncos. I know it's 7.5, so they got to win by 8. But I like that for some reason, man. So give me the Broncos at home minus 7.5. I think they win and cover that thing. And then obviously Tyler, he says, man, that's too many points, man. So he's going with Cincinnati on that one. Shout out Cincinnati, though. And I will also say this before we, because we probably got like 30 minutes-ish before TaNeisha from At Really Flawed joins us and we do our victory formation and really talk about this game preview. But one of the things that I will say about Cincinnati, the score in the first half versus the Vikings, absolutely atrocious. But Cincinnati still was moving the ball. Cincinnati for sure has some success. So I don't think they're as bad as what we just saw them do last week, but I still think that Denver is a more buttoned up team, and they don't have the injuries at the most important position when you're talking about quarterback, and their confidence as a whole, I think, is just in a better space. So that's why for me, man, I like the Broncos in this one, but shout out. So once again, I got the Cardinals. Tyler has the Seahawks. We both like the Steelers. We both like the Lions. We both like the Chargers. I like the Bills. He likes the Saints. I like the Bucks. He likes the Eagles. I like the Texans. He likes the Titans. We both like Commanders. We both like Panthers. We both like Rams. We both like Jags. We both like Ravens. I like this. He likes the Bears. Then from there, we both like Packers, Jets. I like Broncos. And then he finally likes the Bengals. All right. So shout out to y'all, man. And hopefully, if y'all was digging what we on as we do on our game picks, hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. And I don't appreciate y'all either, how y'all be trying to get on me, man, when I be, just showing a little bit more excitement when I talk about other teams, or certain teams than other teams, all right? Seen y'all trying to call me out. Just know that, all right? Seen y'all trying to call me out, but I ain't going for it, all right? Oh, now Aaron Grant says, man, George Pickens is up for a big week this week. Okay, I would like to see that, man, for sure. Like I said, man, we know with my man GP, anything that he does is amplified, and regardless of if it's fair or not, it's just it's what he kind of has to live with right now based on what he's shown at this level, man. But I like it, man. I like him to play well. Shoot, want to say he scored last week. I know he had a drop, and then that's when he got like frustrated and everything. But I'm like, dude, man, you know what you're doing over there, man. You got Dak. Dak can slay that rock to you now, man, for sure. And Dak can mess around force feed you, man. Ooh, Steelers Road Warrior. I like the question. He says, Moats, who you starting, Daniel Jones or Geno Smith? That is a tough one. Tough one. But knee jerk, I say Geno. Knee jerk, I say Geno, but I definitely don't hate the potential for Daniel Jones. My issue is this, though. I do feel like for the Rams, their D-line is pretty daggone good. You know, we talk about Jared Verse and company. I think that their ability to affect the passer shows up, and I think it will show up a lot more in that matchup. Whereas when I look at the Raiders, I'm like, you're playing the Bears. I think the Bears struggle a little bit more, not as buttoned up and as consistent. And I think for Geno, he'll be able to take advantage of that and have just a better outlet. So that's why for me, I'm going Geno over Danny Dimes, aka Indiana Jones, this week. But hey man, the way Danny Jones played the first 3 games, I'm like, bro, it's tough to go against that now. But I do feel like for the Rams, though, man, I do think that their defense, that pass rush, is gonna affect what Danny Dimes has been doing, and yeah, we'll see what that looks like afterwards. All right. Ooh, Bart Basquiato. You sound like me. He said I got Josh Allen and Dak Prescott on my team. You know, I just kept it simple, man. I just roll with Josh. and from there, yeah, he's been getting me out of there week after week, baby. So shout out. All right, let's get it. Hey, but while I'm about to take a sip, do what the homie the Don Hefe Quan said, man. Hit that like button one time. Hey, yo, is that Morgan Freeman with all that money in you funny as heck, man. Shout out to you, the Don Hefe Quan, your profile pic. My man got Morgan Freeman on that joint, living his best life. Oh yeah, and I you see, I got caught slipping, man. I was drinking my drink, I almost spilled it, and I seen that comment through me. Also, do what David Decker said and subscribe if you're new to the channel, baby. All right, straight like that. Hey, don't do me like that. It ain't me. Other teams like that. I meant like other, like not like other. It's like other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah. But we do actually have some time, man. So what we are going to do, we'll open these phone lines real quick, man. Maybe probably get like 2, maybe 3 calls, just depending on, if I'm able to keep them on a briefer side, because I do want to talk to you guys and I want to know how y'all are feeling about this upcoming matchup, right, versus the Vikings. Do you think we get the job done or not? But also, I want to ask Yins, who to you have been the best players for the Pittsburgh Steelers on offense through 3 games, and who has been the Steelers' best player on defense through 3 games? So the digits to dial are 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. And as always, y'all know the drill. You gonna call me, and I's a calls you back, baby. Let's ride. But super excited anytime we get a chance to open up these phone lines and see how Yin's feeling about the guys. I gotta know though, who stood out to you guys the most? All righty. Oh no, it's not doing it right. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's tripping. Oh man, I'm tripping over here. All right, hold on. Let me try this again real quick. All righty. Talk to me, man. Who I'm on the hotline with, baby? Hello. Oh, all right. Let's try this one again. Well, y'all flooded the joint, man. Had my phone going crazy for a second, man. I don't know why that joint started doing that. We don't do that around here, man. All right. Here we go. Let me call this. Let's see if it's actually gonna go through because this joint's tripping. Ah! Come on, man. Why are we tripping today? All right, let me reset that real quick, man. Phone start bugging for a second, man. Holy smokes, holy smokes. All right. I don't know why the technology want to act all crazy. I'm over here like, yo, stop it. Work. Doing too much. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Now I got you. Okay. Now let's try this again. Because that joke was tripping up. My joke just kept ringing. I was like, yo, my phone is frozen. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. All right. This was one of the ones that literally just called. So let's see. I don't even know. I think I know. Let's find out. Is it gonna go through? All right, let's try that again. Holy smokes. Yes, Malachi, for sure had that TG service popping off today. Jeez Louise, man.
What's up, man?
Man, what's the word? I noticed the homie Michael Hyrack. How he living?
Yes,
How he doing, baby?
Doing pretty good. I'm at work right now.
Hey, shout out to the workforce. That makes two of us. All right, so I ain't gonna keep you too long then since you working. You know, gotta multitask and punch that clock. But we also got to know how you feeling about this weekend, Minnesota Vikings. We like us or we got concerns?
I'm liking it. I hope we get a dub.
For sure, we gonna need it, man. It's gonna be a tough one, though. Absolutely, it's going to be a tough one. But we'll see. We'll see. But through these first three games, though, right? Who have been the players for you offensively and defensively for the Steelers that have really stood out in a positive way?
Well, DK's standing up for the offense, and then probably my boy TJ Watt for the defense.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Now we need big things from both of them this weekend. All right. Do you have DK scoring and TJ getting 2 sacks this weekend? Before we go, what you got? Anything positive for me on the way out of this thing, man?
Well, let's see. I would like to get DK with 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
And then TJ Watt with maybe 3 sacks.
Well, you know what? That's what I need to see as well. It's going to be bright and early for us, though. All right. You know this, but they go ahead and do that, man. We're going to be partying all day. All right.
All right.
Let's get it. Hey, but Michael, as always, you know, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, and don't be working too hard over there either. All right.
I won't.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Appreciate you again, baby. Peace. All right. Now that the phone is no longer tripping, no longer acting janky, call me. Let's talk real quick. We have time. 412-346-6955. Let me know your thoughts, man. How you feeling about this week's matchup? Do we get the dub or nah? And who's been standing out to you the most on offense and defense through these first 3 games? I needs to know. All right. I see you calling. Let's call you, baby. I see you calling. Let's do it. If my phone could just act like it wants to act right, you know what? It must be a new phone coming out. I feel like every time a new phone coming out, this is what we be dealing with, man. All right. Hopefully this is the right number. I hope it is. It might not be because the phone was tripping a little bit. We're going to find out. As soon as he say hello, I'm going to know. Come on. Do I got him? Do I finally? Are we finally connected?
What's up?
Come on, baby. Shout out to the barbarian, man. It's been too long. It has been way too long, man. All right. But I'm glad to finally get you on the line with me, man. Let's get it. How you feeling about this matchup, man? We got Vikings action, baby. Ooh.
All right. So this is how I feel about it. We have got to get our stuff right. This is the game that's kind of like a get right after a get right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, you know, we looking at Aaron Rodgers, look like everything is not popping as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell he has patience. He's the calm in the storm, just like we talked about before. And you know you want to see DK go off, right?
Need it. I need it.
This is got to be that game, though. They're going to be going to Ireland. home of the Roonies. Kind
Come
of like
on.
the home of the Roonies, I guess.
I mean, of course the home of the Roonies, man. What you mean? It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I should say that better. Heck yeah, home of the Roonies.
There it is. There it is.
but it's almost like a home game for us in that situation. But what I'm thinking is that we know we're going up against a defensive coordinator that knows us because he was with us for a little while.
Very familiar.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? Brian Flores is no joke. And what I noticed about Aaron Rodgers too, the years that he played with Green Bay, and then he went to the Jets, whatever. When I did that little study, I noticed when it comes to man coverage and zone up top, he wasn't as I gotta say powerful when it comes to scoring a whole lot. So if you look at the past few games that we played against us, a lot of guys have been given a lot of pressure, a lot of man, and making them boys work. And I think that's what Flores is going to do too. It's going to be a lot of pressure coming. It's going to remind me of pretty much, I would probably say, the Seattle game. That's something they're going to be trying to do. Yeah. But we got to get our running game going. A lot of underneath stuff, man. I got to see how they roll.
Hey, no facts on that, but trying to run on that Vikings defense kind of tough too. Oh boy. It was one of our former guys over there. Yeah. I said,
spin it towards us, though.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Oh no, because I was saying, with their D line, I said they got one of our former guys, man. Talking about Hargrave over there. I'm like, yo, it's one of us.
Yeah.
It's one of our guys.
That's Gravedigger, but I think we're okay with him. I mean, he does have a lot of experience. He's been in a few teams. He's been the ropes, but I think we're going to be fine. My biggest thing is that we got some good stuff on our side too. Offensively, offensive line is starting to slowly gel together. I'm expecting a little bit better with the run game. I think Jalen and the rest of the team is starting to come together and run like they're supposed to. That jump he did against Seattle in the corner end zone, he started feeling on a little bit. That was nice to see.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the receivers, Calvin Austin is starting to come up a little bit. Almost every game so far, he had an impact. Right? Calvin Austin starting to breathe up a little bit.
Hey,
and of course, on defense,
has he given you enough? Yeah. Has he given you enough to be wide receiver 2, or we still looking?
Heck, he is giving us enough.
All right.
Let's go. We're fine. Because worst case scenario, man, this kid. No, I ain't gonna give him no worst case scenario. Because I'm only gonna think about positive things. Calvin Austin is fine. I like this kid, man. I like that. I love Roman Wilson when he gets a chance to come out there. Right now, we just got to see how it goes, but I really expect us to do better this time. I expect Mike Tomlin to get this on point.
Man, that makes 2 of us, man. And he likes these adversity type games. You got to travel. It's far away. A lot of people going to love you. But the Vikings, kind of scary. Look what they just did last week. Oh, man, all these names. That's what he gets in his bag.
I like our coaching infrastructure, though. I like what we got. They got us. They got coaches. They got their weapons. We also got coaches too in our weapons. And I think if Mike Tomlin wants his game to go a certain way, he has the players to make sure it happens. I ain't talking about no perfect game, but the ultimate goal is get our bad boy with a win. And I think
talk that talk, baby. Talk that talk. Now, who would you say has impressed you the most on offense and on defense? Them first 3 games. Yeah. Who's the guy?
This is everybody I talked about at work, and this is legit. Aaron freaking Rodgers. This is the reason why. We have not. I'm gonna start calling him Red Zone Rodgers. When he gets in that red zone, I feel so comfortable. We haven't seen that comfort level in the red zone since Big Ben. Even when Big Ben was up there, I was still a little shy, even though I love the crap out of it. Rodgers in the red zone, I feel really good about. And that's the biggest thing. That's the nucleus to help us get past New England at home. We can have that type of play. Right? When we beat New England at their spot, that made me think, oh, yeah, this is nice. Of course, my coworker said, hey, that's because they didn't have Belichick. Yeah, whatever. They beat him. They got past that atmosphere. They did their job.
Hey, because, bro, Barry, I'm with you. Last year, what the heck happened? Last year, we over here like, oh, man, how we really take this L to them? What's going on here, man? Huh? But difference go around. It's like,
You know how many times we're supposed to win a game we didn't, right? And that was because of quarterback play. We got a guy that we feel a little bit more comfortable with. And with him at the helm, the players play a certain way, just different.
Yeah.
Guys are supposed to be at certain spots. People being more accountable for it. When the quarterback talks, they listen. They're not like, oh, well, Kenny Pickett's just getting out of college, or Russell Wilson or Fields,
Mhm.
they're only here just because blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
This guy said, hey, I'm the man. Y'all listen to me. We haven't seen that in a while, man. It really shows how they respond to him in this type of game. This is beautiful.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, shout out to AA round on the offense. But can we talk my favorite side of the ball? I'm talking about that defense, baby. Who's your guy? Who 3 weeks in, man? Who's the one for the bro Barry? We like, yo, that's my guy right there.
Without any doubt, I don't care what nobody say, Patrick freaking Queen.
Oh, thank you for the PQ love. Let's get it. Let's get it. Mm-hmm.
When you look at this guy on film, this crackhead is killing it. I swear, he ain't trying to be somebody he's not. He's being him. And when
Seriously.
he does get past that line of scrimmage, get these guys tackled from the backfield, when he tries to run side to side, when he gets his energy up to get and do something, I love it. Even if it's a detriment of his own body.
I'll be like, yo, don't do that to yourself right now. Chill. He'd be like, nope, he's gonna do it. Yeah. But
and I'm hoping that guys step up. Like, of course, we saw Herbert get his deal. I just want to see people do so much damage on one side to where TJ can start doing his stuff too. Because they're really trying to keep that guy from moving. I mean, he did something last week, but man, I want to see him explode. But for that to happen, those guys on the other side got to make them offensive line scared.
No, absolutely. And the more Herbig and when Highsmith comes back, the more both of those guys continue to have success. That makes O-lines have to decide, okay, who do I hope 100%. or do I got to play this honest now? I got to play everybody one-on-one, and that's what we're looking for. Absolutely.
And then we come, and I'm going to say second B and second A, I'm going to give it to TJ and Captain Cam because they're still going at it. Even though they're getting stuffed a little bit, they're not giving up. Their motor's still going at it. I love that too. But for two, I would say Captain Cam and definitely TJ.
Shout out, man. Because shoot, Cam, for sure. We know the hold out or hold in made it real messy, made it real but the way he has been actually playing versus the run, the pass, you like, bro, he is impacting a lot. Turnovers created because the big hand, right? Twice now. You look at his ability to get to the quarterback, sacks. You look at his ability to play against the run. It's like, man, that's been one of our stoutest D linemen who hardly ever gives up any movement. It was like, man, it felt good to have another guy like that out there when Harmon came. It was like, okay, he got help now. Let's ride. But baby.
Cam Hayward is playing, I told you so far.
No, absolutely is. Absolutely.
And you're right about the guy we got from Oregon. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Harmon Ice, man.
I like him.
Facts.
So far, I like him. No joke. I'm glad we got him. We needed that. But we got some work to do for sure. But I'm loving it so far.
Let's go, man. Hey, bro, Barry, as always, I appreciate you. And I'm glad that you finally answered the phone. I'll be over here like, man, I want to call the bro Barry. I know he right here. And then you don't be answering. I'll be over here like, dang, man, you just got my phone just ringing. I mean, me look all crazy. All right. So I appreciate you answering the phone today, baby. I appreciate you.
No problem, guys. I get through. Hey, chat. Love you guys, man. Y'all take care. And I'll be listening by. Y'all take care.
Let's get it, man. Peace. Shout out to the bro Barry, man. Always a blast. We get a chance to talk to him. You already know. But the phone lines are up. They open. They percolating, baby. All right, so call him up. Call me. What Miss Cleo said, call me now for your free TaNeisha. Nah, I ain't doing all that. But call me now. We want to talk Steelers ball, all right? 412-346-6955. We still got time. We know TaNeisha from @ReallyFlaw gonna hit us up around 5:10. You know what I'm saying? She can put around 5:30. So after that, we'll cut up with her. But for right now, we got to have a little fun. I don't know who this is. We're going to have, I like this. Scary. Let's see who this is. I don't know who this is, but I'm excited. If it actually go, like, bro, why are we doing this? You're going to call this person. That's what you're going to do. And we're going to hope that everything works out. I don't know who this is, though. I think I do, though.
Mr. Moats.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this Tucson, Arizona? Is this the 5-2? I got that right?
Man, it's a 5-2. It's Tucson,
that's
Arizona.
What,
you know me well.
This is Frank. That's what I thought. I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure this is who I think this is. I'm pretty sure. Shout out to you, Frank K. Shout out to you. All right. How the heck you been, man? Everything good in your hood?
Man, it's getting a little rain right now, a little sprinkle, so we need it out here in the desert.
Hey, shout out to
so
that.
We'll take it.
That's the truth, baby. That for sure is the truth. But let's talk, man. First, We going to Ireland, right? Good old Dublin, Minnesota Vikings action. How you feeling about this weekend?
I'm feeling a little nervous, but I always do. It's our Steelers. This is how we do it. We're going to win one that we maybe not supposed to, and we'll lose one that we're not supposed to lose. So
You know how we do.
I can go either way at this point, Moats, but I feel as good as we can. We're getting healthier, which, as we know, health is wealth.
Absolutely.
As Coach T says. So we're getting there, but I'm excited, man. I wish I could be out there for it, just stuck in the office working. But, man, getting straight to it, Moats, the offensive player that I just am just drooling over, Jaylen Warren, man.
30.
That little bowling ball.
Let's go.
Oh, my. It's just, I just don't know how sustainable it is. I mean, I loved when we had, that big down back with Najee, and having, a little speed and lightning, or a little thunder and lightning, but we're missing that now. I love Kenny G, obviously, but I still think, we need Caleb or another big back, to sustain, this long season and keep Jaylen, as healthy as possible.
Dude,
without him,
that.
I just don't know how we're gonna tick as well without him. He's really spearheading that offense right now. Obviously, A-Rod was just so sharp, man, but Jaylen is the one that I just can't stop drooling over.
And shoot, you think about Jaylen, not only, have we seen some of the tough running in between the tackles and just how explosive he can be running the football, but man, what he's been doing as the safety valve for Aaron Rodgers on some of these extended plays, and he throws it to him and makes a guy miss. That's Jaylen. Like, that's why you pay him. That's why you keep him. And that was, the big reason why we decided to move on from Najee. I'm with you, though. That is my concern, is the longevity of it. Because I'm like, he is so physical when he runs. And he has no regard for his body. He does not care. And I'm like, you're not 250, bro. You're not even 240. You feel me? Like, get down.
Don't ever tell him that.
No.
250, 6'3".
Listen. For sure, that's what he feels, man. For sure. But let's get to the other side, because I actually like defense more than offense. I know some people don't believe that. They think I'm an offensive guy, but I really like defense. I don't know why
you'd like that.
I don't know why it'd be confusing to me either, but they think I'm an offense. I'm like, I like defense. So can we talk some defense, man? Who is your guy on defense, man? Who's your guy?
Real quick, Moats. We don't need to elaborate on it, but the other guy that I have to at least give a shout out to on offense, man, little Mighty Mouse, Calvin Austin III.
Man, you better do it.
Man. So we'll move on, though. But I have to give a Calvin a shout out.
Frank K, they wanted a wide receiver, too. Little man said, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I got you.
He's so impressive, man. Jeez. That guy is just another guy that plays way bigger than he looks. He just does not think he's that size, doesn't play that way, which being a little guy as well, I appreciate that, man. So I've always had that same mentality. So when I see that, it hits different.
No,
but on
respect
D, switching gears, the guys on D, man, obviously Jalen Ramsey. I mean, that is just second to none. It's a great pickup. But man, PQ gets a lot of hate, and I think Bill Berrien harped on it before this. Man, it is. Don't let that guy go unnoticed, man, because he's playing. And the other thing that trips me out most is he plays injured every season. If you notice it, like this guy gets banged up every year.
You can see it. And you can watch him in between snaps. I'm looking at he has the extra rib protected for his oblique injury. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, how hard it is to breathe and run and hit the ground and get back up when your ribs and your sides are sore. Like, what? Oh, that sucks, man.
Straight up.
But the dude is everywhere.
LSU days. Yes. I remember LSU doing that mode. So I was like, oh my gosh, this guy he's built different, man.
Yes.
You can't take him off the field until he's always dying, because this guy
like
literally have an arm cut off and he'll still be out there.
Yes. And that's the thing. It's like, man, you see that type of production, man. You don't get double-digit tackles in any professional game without, being able to get to that rock and do it at a high level, and especially versus the run, which as a linebacker, you got to stop that run first. We're going to get to the coverage, but it's like, we got to do this part right. He look good right now, man. He's looking good.
Looks good, man. He's getting better and better. Even with that injury, he still played through it. Yeah. And you couldn't really tell, which is everything we can ask for. The other guy I got to give a shout out to, though, Moats. On our last call, when I called him a couple months ago, I was a little nervous about Big Play Slay, and if we could still call him that. I was questioning his age and the timing of it. We already went through the
ain't nothing series, but a number. Come on, man.
I got to give props where it's due. He has been unbelievable, especially in the red zone. He is just a ball hawk. He's so smart. You can't take that away, man. The guy's IQ is just off the charts, man. So I I've really appreciated, him, especially in the red zone, but just in general, his play has been way better than I thought, for a guy at this age and the point he's at in his career.
No, you're absolutely right. And part of why his game is aging like that is because what you said. He's so smart. I watch some of the stuff that he'll do just from an alignment standpoint pre-snap. It puts him in the position that, okay, I might, have lost a step. But because I'm smart enough, I don't even have to worry about that. I'm going to just cheat over a little bit and still hold my disguise. I'm a big fan of Slade, man. Slade definitely is doing his thing, but it works well because we still got that compliment in Jalen Ramsey to take some of that heavy lifting off of him. And that was, I think, where we both were kind of concerned, like, hey, man, can he hold up this long? So far, so good, baby. So far, so good.
Right. Hey, Mo, it's one other stat that I saw this morning that was just, mind-boggling, especially being a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
I know it's going to go down, obviously, but seeing the highest red zone TD percentages in the season so far.
Why you got to talk negative, huh? What you mean it's going to go down? Don't you be speaking like that. Nobody thought it would be this high before, but look at us now.
87.5% is what I'm looking at. And I'm just like,
we was 3 for 3 last week.
In red zone?
We was 3 for 3 last week, man. All right. I know we terrible. I know we suck. I know we ain't score enough because we had all them turnovers, but we still was 3 for 3 in that red area, baby.
Oh my gosh. The other thing though, too, Moats, is I couldn't believe this stat. We've had opening drive TD the first 3 weeks.
Oh.
And you and I we all know. I saw the first week. It was that first opening week touchdown since 2008.
Frank, how many times did we talk about last 2 years? All right, guys. Eventually, they're going to score a touchdown. We just going to wait till the third drive, and we're going to get something going. All right, third drive, Boz, get ready. Okay? This is so refreshing. We literally, we were up 14 zip, and then we started to complain like, hey, man, we ain't scoring enough, bro. What's going on here, man? But the fact we came out the game 14 zip, I'm like, did we forget that? Like, we don't ever do this. When the last time we was doing this?
I had to rub my eyes, Mo. I thought I was still dreaming, I got to wake up.
Right. I'm like, last time we was doing that, Randy Feek and the Big Ben was still here. I'm like, yo, it's been a minute, man. It's been a long time. Let's go, man. But sure.
Good stuff, though, Moats. Man, I could talk to you all day. I'm getting blown up right now. I got a few clients calling me.
Hey.
I'll let you go, though, Moats. Thanks again, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you. Appreciate the chat and the whole family as usual, man. Let's get this dub this weekend.
You already know all love feelings are mutual, baby. Appreciate you again. Let's go. Shout out to the homie Frank K right there, man. I like Frank K, man, over there, out there in Tucson, Arizona. All right. So as I look at the clock, it's 5:22. TaNeisha from At Really Flawed is supposed to be here about 5:30. Now we know she has a PhD. That means she is super smart, super important, and she's not punctual. She's early. So I'm going to have one more call. We're going to try this thing, all right? But please, let's make sure that, we get in and we get out, all right? Because I don't want issues with Miss PhD. Y'all, if y'all were on the show on Tuesday, y'all saw I came under attack, all right? I thought it was all cool. And then before I knew it, she just started whooping me. And I'm like, dang, she had all these graphics popping up, okay? So let's make sure, all right, that y'all got my back today, okay? Have my back today. All right, PhD coming soon, okay? So y'all make sure y'all let her know, all right? But stall me out, all right? So let's see who we gonna call real quick. Oh, I don't know this one. Let's kind of like these scary, don't know the number ones. Okay, here we go. All right, a little phone roulette. Hello. Who am I on the hotline with? Who is this? It's Arthur Moats over here.
This Dante.
Man, what's up, Dante? How you living, baby? Where you calling from? Let's start there first, man. Because I thought this was Jersey for
Chicago,
a second.
Illinois.
Okay. Shout out to Illinois. No, it's no noise in Illinois. Let me make sure I get that right, Dante. But shout out to you though, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's
You too,
go.
man.
So let's get to it because we know we got a big game this weekend, man. We sitting here, coming, 2-1, feeling good, feeling confident. But we got to go to Ireland. Play the Minnesota Vikings. What's your energy, man? How you feeling about this game this weekend?
Man, I might get jumped for this, man.
Oh, Oh
Man, I gotta roll with Vikings on this.
Oh, talk to me. All right. So
Man.
break it down for me.
Well, I really want to see more. I really want to see more of the red zone. Darnell Washington in the red zone.
Big Mount Washington, sir.
I was telling my friend, I said, we're not gonna win games. We keep doing the little thread now. And I just want us to mix them up. That's all.
Yeah, and I respect that. And versus this Vikings team, if we don't mix it up more, they will, do what none of us want, and that's them getting that dub because they're a complete team, man. They play well all three phases.
And I was reading something that Aaron Rodgers, he do well against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Well, shoot, they used to be in that division, man, and he the father to a couple of organizations in that NFC North. So hopefully he can keep that juju covered with us.
And I love to see the run game a little more. I love to see Jalen Ward get involved a little more.
Yeah. Now we definitely need that.
And the thing that makes me mad, I really want to see what Roman Wilson have because we haven't been seeing a lot of him.
You're absolutely right. We haven't spoken of Roman Wilson since the regular season started. Low key, shoot, what time better than now, right? You got the game coming up this weekend. Why not show out? Why not step on him over there in Ireland, man? Make your name known everywhere.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. All right. So Dante, because I'm looking at the clock and I don't want to be late. You know what I'm saying? TaNeisha about to join on. All right. So look, me and you, we got to go though. We got to still talk. So let me know how you feeling. First 3 games in, who has been that player on offense for you that you like, you know what? That's my guy. That's my guy.
On defense, I like Brandon Eccles.
Oh, you gave me Eccles. Shout out to 26.
I like Bragg. Hey,
Swear he is. Oh my dude, not just in coverage, but also he'll hit you for sure. Bro.
Oh yeah, he a dog. And,
that's fire.
On offense, I'm gonna have to say Warren.
Oh, okay. We getting a lot of Warren in this building, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say Warren.
I like that, man. Dude, let's go. That's fire right there. Oh, that's fire. My man say Brandon Eccles, yo.
But man, it's gonna be close, man. I think we win though, man. But I've been telling my friend, man, that's gonna be tough, bro.
You're not wrong.
I just want Arthur Smith just to let. My thing with Arthur Smith, he gotta let Rodgers cook.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need that.
Yeah, you let Rodgers cook. He gonna. And I hope we get. I heard something today that Joey Porter and Elliott practiced today, so
they did.
Get them back.
Yeah. So with both of them, there is a chance that they might play this weekend, which we do like. That's very promising news because we know, man, they shore up this secondary, and that's still one of the pieces. Both of those guys that I think we've been missing, and we've kind of felt that. We can see the Deshaun Elliott with the tackling, the physical part versus the run, but a JPJ, man, that gives you just another weapon in that secondary.
Yeah.
I like it though, baby. I like it. Man, Dante, shout out to you, man.
I'm at work, man. It was nice calling in, man. I'm a fan of your show, man. I love when you talk. I love to talk football with you, man. But yeah, I'm gotta head back to work.
Man, look, go get that paper, man. I appreciate you calling in though, baby, from the heart. All right, all love.
Look.
Let's get it, man. Shout out, Dante, man. Taking a little moment to call into the show. All the way out there in Chicago. And he's stacking that paper too, which I always love to see, man. Go get that money, baby. Go make that money. Yeah. But as I look at the clock, I got about 30 seconds, I'm sure. So I don't want to be late because, like I said, man, I got killed last time we was up here, man. She was up here throwing graphics up on me, man. Just had me in my feelings. I was like, dang, I'm just going to put my head down. I'm going to tuck my chain in. It's bad on bad right now, all right? So I'm back. I'm ready. I'm on time. I'm early. And I told you she was gonna be early. See, I thought I was playing. I said, yo, she got PhD, bro. She ain't showed up late. She early. So let me get this thing rolling, man. All right. Cause y'all see what it is, man.
Let me adjust myself.
Yeah.
Let me adjust myself.
my sincerest apologies for making sure this it didn't just pop up perfectly. All right. One day, like I said, I'm studying, I'm working on it. All right. I'm gonna get nice with it. One day we get nice. I ain't there yet, but I'm gonna get nice with it. All right. Because you inspire me in this space. Okay. You make me, you're pushing me. Okay. And then the way that you got on me last show, I'm just like, yep, I don't want no problems. Okay. I am your friend. Okay. We're together. We
It's so funny. It's so funny too, because I'm like, after the show, I kid you not. So I watched the replay, right? And then I'm like in your comment section being extremely petty. And then when I tagged you on the time, I was like, why did he look? Why did he see my tag on this timestamp?
I was like, wow. I said she really did timestamp me, bro. Like timestamp. Yo, this is wild, man.
So,
this is wild. But
so,
yes,
how is everything? My hair is looking a mess today. Oh my God.
Stop it. Listen.
Give me 5 minutes. Let me get myself together.
Listen. I've told you the faces that come on this show, the apparel, the appearances, nothing. Yeah. All right. Even on your worst day, you're going to be a major upgrade. I still
like hair going everywhere. Like one thing I'm just going to show up. Like, yeah. Listen, this morning, this video recap. Okay, it's going to be around like 11 my time. I'll be frustrated, no matter what, because I'll be tired. So I might show up with my hair all over my head. Okay, my favorite movie is The Lion King, so I'm going for like a Mufasa-ish type of look. Period. That's what I might look like in my reaction video. But hi, how are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Dude, I'm so happy to have you here. Like I said, it is a beautiful Thursday, and we get a chance to talk ball. It's victory formation time. And like I said, I've been waiting all week. You know, I watch the tape, I come up with my notes, and I'm like, I'm not talking about this game until I talk to TaNeisha. I'm not giving until I talk, and I'll be over here just like, but you see this and this. I got these notes. I'm like, but I got to not until I talk to TaNeisha. So now that you're here, let's go. I'm so excited. So what they say, since I already see them showing you all the PhD love in the chat.
Yes, hello chat. Hello chat.
Hello.
I'm sorry, my bad. Okay. Hello chat. Thank you. I'm so happy to see all of you here. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you.
It is.
See, and I'm glad that you're still back supporting Moats after what happened on Tuesday. See, you all are his real supporters. I respect you. I respect that.
And they like you. I'll be over here like, look, guys, all right, she gonna keep coming back. All right, she'll be back. All right, I promise she'll come back. Okay. So I appreciate you. So now that's why they like, yeah, we only stay for you. So here we are. All right.
Close out the show.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. But ladies first, how you feeling about this weekend? Vikings matchup. What you like about them? Let's start there, right? What you think they do really well?
So I feel like I said this last week, but what I know about the Vikings changes every week, because the first week I thought they looked absolutely terrible against Chicago in the first half. Then they come back and win the game. Okay, cool. Then the next week they look absolutely awful against the Falcons, and then they lose the game. And then the next week they don't have their quarterback, and the Bengals can't hold on to the football. And then the game blows up. So there's this weird dynamic where I'm like, what do I think about them? There's some things I know about them to be true. They are the third highest penalized team in the NFL right now. So
I like when you do that. Like,
so that is something I am thinking about right now, because they're a very highly penalized team. And I think when you play us, we all know how we win, right? We win ugly. We win because you can't quite get your crap together, and we're going to have a little bit more together than you are. And so we're going to win. And so seeing that they're the most penalized team was something that popped out at me. Obviously, seeing that they're playing with like their backup quarterback is a thing. The only thing that I will say that worries me about them, though, is we have given up a lot of explosive plays on defense. And literally, if I was the quarterback, I would just throw it to JJ and see if he can catch it, like at this point, because why not? And so that's kind of like the weirdness I'm working with is that. And then I know their starting running back is out also. So now they have a backup running back. So it's like, what do I know about the real Vikings team as opposed to this iteration of the Vikings team is kind of two different things, because I think that they are being impacted by those penalties. I mean, I think they already have like 100 penalties or something stupid. And it's week 4. Like that's kind of crazy when you really think about it. And so for me, I think it's going to come down to Aaron Rodgers versus Brian Flores. That's kind of that's all I got. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, because I don't know what else to call it in the middle, because it's not real, because it's like a backup and then a this and then I don't know what that means. So those are my high level takes. So what do you think?
Let's go. And I always appreciate you when you do that, man, when you start talking that talk, because you hit all the right spots, right? Highly penalized for sure. And those are some of the things that do stand out when you're talking about opponents facing the Steelers. We do a good job of not beating ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And some people call that fluky, some people call that lucky, but at this level, it's called execution.
Mm-hmm.
All of that matters. If you can only make explosive plays, but you can't do the routine stuff, then you're still one-dimensional. Even though that one down the field stuff is sexy, it still isn't going to get you out of these stadiums consistently.
Right.
When I look at the Vikings, obviously it starts with Justin Jefferson. We know offensively, he is all world. And when you watch Kevin O'Connell, he does an excellent job schematically getting him the ball. The things that we complain about with Arthur Smith in terms of why don't you just spam it, right, and get everything to DK, I understand Arthur Smith wants to be balanced. He wants to not be one-dimensional. Kevin O'Connell is not like that. He's like, man, the first play, hey, screen. Hey, JJ, hey, second play, hey, you want to slant? Here, take that. Oh, it's a trick play. Don't worry about it, JJ. You're going to throw it or you want to catch it. Either way, you're going to be in this involved in some way. And you watch their quarterbacks, they also have that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Carson Wentz. As soon as he dropped back, the first guy he's staring at is Justin Jefferson every single time. And when JJ is covered, that's when you'll see him struggle, when he has to go off of that read. But the problem is Justin Jefferson, and as a defense, you either have to completely sell out to stop that, or you better pray that, he get tired because he's capable of really just taking off. And now when you insert Jordan Addison this week, that's really where they can kind of get you in that bind, so to speak. But we know quarterback matters. Carson Wentz, high pedigree dude, good player, but inconsistent. But it's somebody that you do got to take serious because of Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison right now.
Yeah.
Now, O-line is weird to me, though. I like their O-line versus the run. But
I don't
what
like
if I
it
would?
versus the pass.
I was about to say, because what if I were to tell you that they've allowed more sacks through 3 games than we have?
That was my other point. Yeah. That was my other thing is like the sacks.
12 sacks allowed to our 7 sacks allowed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I know our O-line is trash and we can't say anything positive about it. I know this, but I'm just like, you do know that their quarterback has been sacked more. It's more. 2 of them, right? Because it was JJ McCarthy first. He got with 3 sacks under his belt, and then Wentz got the rest of them. I'm like, God dang, bro, y'all get beat up a little bit over here now.
And that's why it's interesting because it's like the things like when because when I look at this, I try to look at the other team and then I kind of think about our team, and I always trying to find things, and that's it. It's like they're technically right. If we're going by stats, if we don't want to go by stats, then okay. But if we're going by stats, technically their offensive line is worse than ours, and technically they're like they have more penalties than we do. So that tells me they're moving the opposite direction more than we are. And in a game where we say their defenses will decide, right? Because if we just give defense a toss up, or you can say their defense is better, I don't even care at this point. Those little things, those are impact plays. Like you can't do anything about that. Like if you lose 7 yards on a sack, you lose 7 yards on a sack. Like there's nothing you can do about that.
Absolutely. And there's still questions about the legitimacy of it, right? I know everybody loves to discredit anything that we do, right? Hey man, you won, but it was the Patriots. You won, but it was the Jets. Hey, you won, but it was because of these turnovers. It's like, did you see who the Vikings played? The Bengals with Jake Browning. They had 5 turnovers, 4 of them in the first half, 3 turnovers in 4 plays. But did you also see that turnover, the 2 that went to the house for touchdowns, were 87 yards and 67 yards? What does that say? 87 yards means they're on the 13-yard line about to score. 67 yards means they was on the 34-yard line, high red zone. That means they're moving the ball. That happened multiple times in that game. But I get it. I get it. You got to right? But I'm like, okay, now, all right. Then I look at the other opponents. I'm like, Bears. How we feel about the Bears right now? Are we sure the Bears are great? Because outside of them beating Dallas, we haven't seen the Bears look good. And there are legitimate questions about what is Dallas. We know defensively Dallas is trash right now. And the Bears were able to have their best offensive performance against who? You catch what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, and then the team that, and I was about to say, I was getting to them. You ready? Because that was the team that on paper we would have said, hey, through 3 games is the most complete up until what just happened to the Falcons? They played the Panthers this weekend and got whooped 30-0, right? A shutout. We haven't got shut out all season, right? I know we trashed, I know, but that same Falcons team, you know how we said the Vikings are 2-1? Their losses to the Falcons. You catch what I'm saying?
Moats, who told you we were trash? What are you doing? Right now?
Because every time we get up here, I'll be looking in the comments at times, and I'll be optimistic, and then they'll fire me up. Moats is biased. You got to remember, he's very biased because he played for the team. Mr. Rooney still signs him a check, so he has to say these things, but they're trash. You know, they're not like that. He has to speak. I'm like, this is what y'all be telling me. So I just be wanting to make sure that I speak the language that y'all speak when I communicate, so we all on the same page. That's all I want to do, because I was told that our O-line is the worst in the league. Our coach staff is the worst in the league. We're the flukiest team in the league. And I'm like, well, what the heck is this team then, man?
I'm like, why does he keep saying we're trash? What is going on? You're trying to lean into being a fan. Okay, you're trying to whine.
No. Are you ready? It's not even that. This is my passive aggressiveness towards fans, because at times I do get annoyed, but I don't ever want to just like get at it. So this is like y'all told me this, but the facts say this, but you eyeball tell me this, but then I look at that and I see this. So which one is it? Is it eyeball test? Is it numbers? Is it analytic? Like, because there are a lot of things that say that we're not, as bad as everybody be panicking and acting like it. So I'm just I was like, just bring the parallels in. The Vikings, a lot of people around the league, a lot of people media-wise, a lot of people fan-wise are scared of this Vikings team. They're like, yo, the Vikings. And I'm like, have y'all been actually watching the Vikings? Did y'all just see what they did to the Cincinnati Bengals in terms of the end result? And, just kind of ran with it. I'm like, hey,
I told you, it's people telling them they should be worried about the Vikings. Like that. That's why I'm like, do we even know how to watch football anymore? Like do we even know the things that matter? But I think, that's what happens. That's why I always say, if you just look at stats, right? If you just look at stats, the Steelers should be 0-3.
0-3, absolutely.
But that's not how the game works. And I think that people just don't. Everybody tells you what you should be worried about, and so therefore we should be worried about it. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you are a fan of a team, you have to realize that winning it's not a straight line. It's just like life. Life is not a straight line. Success isn't a straight line. It ebbs and flows and goes in and out. The only thing is everybody says you have to just keep getting up. And the Steelers keep doing what they need to do, and they keep winning games. It's like, we can't take away their wins and act like they're losing. They're not losing. So you're off in this tangent. I'm like, okay, now we're trash. Like, what is that in the past 2 days?
I appreciate that, because for sure, I'm over here like, y'all act like a close win or a win that wasn't beautiful enough and didn't score enough is like a loss. Like, no, that's not how that works. No,
that's not how it works at all. That's not. But I told you that we whine because we don't know. We only watch our team. We only know our team. We watch our team, and we're like, we don't look perfect, so therefore that translates to trash.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's kind of wild. You just got a new member. Shout out to him. Did you get a video ready for your new members?
I have not just yet, but for my members though, y'all know what I got though. Shout out to Quinto49. I appreciate you joining the family, and more importantly, welcome to the room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's about the only video I got for him right there. That's about all I got. Yes, indeed. That's what I'm saying. That's what we on over here. We yes, indeed. But let's get back to this Vikings real quick, all right? Because we ain't done with them just yet, all right? Now, they do got some positive things. I ain't even going to act like, it's all sugar and sweet over there. Number one, the defense is going nuts, okay? Brian Flores, he is the wizard, right? I love his pre-snap disguises. To me, this week is really a difference of philosophies, right? You have one that's going to try to overwhelm you with pre-snap disguises where they show you 3 different things and you're guessing which one is which.
Yeah.
You got the other where it's more static, but you have to stop. Or can you block the TJ Watt? Can you block the Cam Hayward, right? Can you win this one-on-one? To me, this is going to be that interesting part. But when you watch Brian Flores in the way that they've had success last week specifically, they confused Jake Browning at times and forced him into turnovers. They also very similar to how we attack the football, how we say, you watch Cole Holcomb, that first fumble that we caused versus Ramondre Stevenson, that wasn't by accident. He's attacking it. You watch the Vikings, Brian Flores, excellent defensive mind. He coaches that the exact same way, and it showed up for multiple players. We know Isaiah Rodgers was like the main guy to benefit from it, but that was like the game of his life. He's never had anything close to that. But you could just tell it's taught, because even later in the game, it's another guy, same technique, and it's like, okay, those things are what they bring. So that is stuff that you have to be concerned about. But the beautiful thing is, we don't have Jake Brown in that quarterback. We got Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And from experience playing against quarterbacks like Rodgers, like Ben, like Brady, heck, even when it was Peyton Manning with the Broncos, it's so hard to confuse those guys because they've seen so much.
Mm-hmm.
So when you try to I'm going to show 3 and then I'm going to go to cover 2, it's like, you know how many times they've seen that this guy, like, you can't trick them. And I think that's the part that kind of gives me a little bit more peace, but we got to protect it also. Because if you can't protect, now that's when they really can have their way with you. But that was one of the things that definitely kind of was like, all right, I can see that being a little freaky over there.
Yeah, no, and that's their strong suit, right? Is that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Even with JJ McCarthy, their strong suit is going to be that defense. And we know what that's like. And we know what time it is. And again, though, how do we win? What do people say? We win ugly. We win because of, all the things. That is where this shows up, right? That is where it's like we're getting punched in the mouth. We're not good enough. But then you look at the scoreboard and you're like, they just kicked another field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay. Like, they're winning time of possession. Yeah, they're getting all these yards. But at the end of the day, they're kicking field goals. And wait, we're not even out of this. If we scored a touchdown right now, like, we could be ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be like that. It's going to be a little weird. That's just who we are. We have to claim our identity. It's not pretty. It just works. And I don't know what to say to that. Like, I just don't know what to say. I mean, I think things that aren't pretty that just work. That's what it is.
Look, none of us like it because we all want control. We want to feel like, hey, I can box this and I know what this is every single week. I can guarantee it. And even if it's not good enough, at least I know.
Yeah.
But we don't know all the way. Sometimes we're like, yo, this could be that lottery ticket in here. We really might have one of the ones. And then sometimes we're like, all right, bro, I think this joint broken, man. It might be time to go get a new one. All right. And what you call it, elite average, that's where we treading right now. But 2-1 would reflect that. So, here we are.
That's
how you feeling about this kicking situation, though? Because, Boz usually walk into the stadium with the biggest leg out. And it's like, bro, who want what?
Yeah.
I don't know if you seen that kid last week.
The 62. What did he do? 62?
62. He got a 62. In week 1, he had a 59, and then he had a 51 in there in week 2. I'm like, God, hey, bro, who is you?
You know what I didn't look at? What is he on extra points? Is he one of those that's making? Okay, because there's a couple of kickers that are like making. They're making these difficult. And they can't kick extra points. And because I know in the preseason,
we were just watching somebody that was doing that. You're absolutely right. It was Leah Kicker. We were just watching that did that, man. He hit the crazy one and missed the short ones.
He was struggling in the preseason kicking field goals. And so I think the other thing is too, is that whenever you're traveling outside of your element, because they've never played on this field, not just our kicker, but their kicker either, not just our players, but their players too. I think that adds for an interesting dynamic because is this an open stadium? Is it an indoor stadium?
It's open. It's open on green grass. But I don't know what the weather is supposed to be at kickoff time. Because usually it's like when they play in like the London Stadium, it's always like rain or some type of like moisture out there. And that always has an impact on it. But I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be in Dublin.
Okay.
Shoot, I'm surprised you ain't go out there in Dublin too, man. Miss PhD, they ain't go. I'm like, what you doing with us regular folk? You know what I mean? Just go stay with us regular folk.
I'm gonna be up with y'all frustrated as hell that early.
Yeah, I would say
so that's kind of I feel like the kicking game is either going to be a wash or somebody's going to have the advantage because the weather will be we don't know. The field is also going to be something no one really is used to.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see like how that happens. And listen, I'm taking my guy over anybody's. Okay. So I don't care what so-and-so has going on over there. Like I'm taking my guy and my kicker. And even if they're a wash, that's still a win for us. Because remember, we're terrible, right? So even if that's a wash, then it's like, okay, you got to beat us another way.
And then look, don't you start being terrible. All right. It's only room for one negative on this show.
Okay, you got it. One negative. Okay, you got it. You got it. Okay, I'll let you have it. Okay, I'm fair. And I don't mind sharing. So you can have that for today. Maybe next week I'll need it. So it's
fine. Only I can get negative at the end of the week after a good victory. I'm like, you know what? I'm upset now. I'm mad.
I'm tired of this crap. Tired of this winning.
Keep talking about this, you know.
Winning is so boring.
Yeah, it's just I don't know who gets excited for this type of stuff. Nobody wants to keep winning, man. We like it to lose. We want to talk about them real bad. All right, real bad.
That's
but
awesome.
Continuing on with this here Vikings approach, though, right? One of the things that another thing that I do think will be something that we'll be able to take advantage of, as much as they like to be explosive on offense, right? Take some of those down the field shots, and we know with Jordan Addison also being out there, they're going to have even more incentive to throw it down the grass. They do put that offensive line in bad situations. The longer they're having to protect on some of those double moves, even Cincinnati was able to really have success getting after the quarterback. Now, granted, we said that game got out of hand because of the defensive touchdowns, but when you would look at some of those double moves, or you're trying to hold it to hunt that big down the grass play from Justin Jefferson, their O-line was giving it up. They were getting beat. And that's one of the things that I don't think a lot of us, obviously in Steelers Nation, but even league-wide, would look at the Bengals and feel like they have a better pass rush than we have in Pittsburgh. And that's one of the things that when I look at how they were able to affect the passer, how they were able to affect Carson Wentz, I'm over here excited. Like, well, now, okay, what happens when you're not able to just stay comfortable and we force turnovers? We know that. That's y'all saw last week. We forced turnovers. That's some of the stuff when we talk about the flow of the game and how that can change it. I look at that as one of those things for us that could really put it in our favor.
Yeah. The other thing I like too, and I don't know if any of this is true, this could just be my fandom talking. I like when my team gets to play a team, and this is for college and pros, after they've just ran somebody over.
Ooh,
because
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because for me, I feel like my team has had to be locked in. We were in it. Like it's different versus when you just blow somebody out. How do you even assess your play after that?
Yeah.
How do you even go back to the drawing board and say, hey, this is what we need to get better at? Because every single thing you did worked and the team just fell apart. And so for me, like I kind of like to, I don't think we've seen the best of the Steelers. I don't think we've seen the best of the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen the best of anything in Pittsburgh right now, except for Chris Boswell. I'll give let me shout out to Boz. Boz, you do you. But otherwise, I don't feel like we've seen like our best offense. I don't think we've seen our best running game for damn sure. Excuse my language, but we haven't seen anything close to that. And same with this defense. Like we haven't seen anything that I think any of us would say that was our best. Like that was maybe a play, maybe a series, but nothing consistently. And that also makes me excited because we're still working towards being that. And I love that. Not saying the Vikings don't care, not saying they're not working hard, but just in context, like I like where we're at right now. I like that we're ready to fight at any moment because we've had to.
No, absolutely. And I would also, to piggyback on what you just said, you think about how that Vikings game went. They didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Obviously Wentz is the backup, but they had the other backup bit. Then they take out all the receivers and it's like, who's this receiver over here? Who's this running back? So even from a mindset standpoint, you think about how our game ended. We were in this thing fighting a fight. We learned a lot about what Aaron Rodgers handling pressure for us. We saw that, hey, Calvin Austin isn't afraid of the moment. We learned that, hey, Nick Herbig can close the door on you, right? So those are certain things in terms of information for us that we were able to acquire that this Vikings team coming in here after that type of game. How do you feel as confident with that type of stuff? But the flip side is for them, if they feel more rested, that is something that could be a potential advantage. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, goes back to our preseason conversation though, right? Rest versus rust.
Yep.
The only way you stay sharp playing football is by playing football. But at the same time, health is wealth in this league. So now we're going to get a chance to see what that looks like also, because we're not necessarily ultra healthy per se, but we've been in fights and we feel like, we're hardened and we're getting hardened, as this thing is growing, getting a little bit more calloused on us. Whereas it's like, you watch them, it's like, hey man, Y'all had a nice little sweet little spot last week, man. Y'all got to kick back for the whole second half, man. Not us.
No, I
Yeah.
think you're right. Also, somebody said Waitman. You're absolutely correct. My bad. Waitman also.
Oh,
Boz, Waitman.
Yes. Shout out to
Check.
Waitman. Shout out to Corliss.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
My bad. That's
Absolutely.
thank you for that correction. And
Absolutely.
I agree. And listen, this is football.
Yeah.
Show up and play. Like show up and do your job. That's all I ever ask. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy. I'm just asking you to show up and do your job. And that's what we need to do is show up and do our job. And I don't care what it looks like. Do I care what it looks like? No, during the game. When it's after, then I can criticize it. But during the game, I don't really care. Score one more point than the other team.
Get the job done. That's all we asking for.
That's it. That's it.
We'll talk about you later, but get it done.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll be back on Tuesday to tell you what I really think. Or after the game. But
if I say after the game, we'll get a video. You know, you get a video. You know this.
You will get a video, and my hair will be all over the place. So everybody, be ready for that. For my hair to be everywhere. But yeah, like, and I also think that I also this isn't it might sound like whatever, but so I do this thing, and I say this in my preview video for this game, is I take the very best of a team and the very worst of a team, and I throw it away. Because the chances of you always getting their best is rare, and the chances of you always getting the worst of them is rare. So I'm throwing all of that away. When I'm looking at this Vikings team, just what they are at their core and what they do well consistently, it's the defense. And that's us too. And so now you're telling me it's go time. That's what that means to me. That means to me that this offensive line has been challenged by the Steelers defensive line all for what now 8 weeks total, including training, right? So right, so now it's time. Like I don't care what your reasoning. I don't care. It's now time to show up. That I don't know what else to say. Like that's it. Like that's the game. Like show up.
And I like your approach to that too. Throw out the worst, throw out the best, because it's probably in the middle somewhere.
Right.
You see, if more people had PhDs, we could all be thinking like that. Because not everybody thinks like that. Most people look at whatever was the best situation and they just gonna roll with that and just stick with that. And you're like, they don't what they did to Cincinnati, that's not what they do every week, right? But for some people, they're like, yo, that's them. That's all we know. And the others look at that Falcons like, yo, they lost to them. They trash. It's like, no. There's some context in there. Some context in there, man. So I like that right there, though. Shout out to you. All right. Shout out. Now, I got a couple matchups, though.
Okay, before your matchups, can you do your super chats? Your super chats.
See, this is why we need each other. All right. You be keeping me on my toes. You be keeping me on where I need to be at, though. And shout out to Tons of Fun also. All right. I like that. And shout out to Patrick. I was a big fan of Patrick. He says, thank you for taking the time to break down the play I mentioned in the comments on the PQ video. Salute to you. So for those that don't know what he's talking about, dropped a couple of film session videos, some for the public, some for the members. But for Patrick Queen, did a couple of plays with him, and Tons of Fun had asked specifically about the 4th and 1 toss play. It was that second quarter, about 9:55 left in the second quarter, where Cole Holcomb misses the tackle and they get the first down. So basically broke down, how PQ could have done a little bit different angle to it, but unblocked players got to make tackles. And that's 5-5 on that one. But he already knows that. And 5-5 will make that tackle next time. But yeah, shout out to you, though. Tons of fun. I appreciate the support, man. And then let's see, we got the Bro Barry. Ooh, Bro Barry, you've been over here. You showing out, all right? You called in today. TaNeisha up here, and all of a sudden you give me weather reports and everything. I like your style, though. I ain't tripping. Average temperature in Dublin, 64 degrees in September at a little rate. It's like, when did we start getting full weather reports like this? My man's like, yo, what time is the sunrise? And can I get the sunset with that as well? And what's the precipitation? I want the percentages to be sure. Okay, bro, man, you are wild. That all right? I see what's going on here. I see this.
I appreciate. Thank you for the info. I very much appreciate it. It helps me.
I was like, yo, you really gave us the weather report. I like your energy, baby. I appreciate you. All right. Hey, you cool with me. I don't care what no one says. You cool with me.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go.
I can't wait to hear your matchups, by the way. So can we just say, because I don't think we've ever said like how we kind of decided to construct the show. So I'm here to give Okay, so I'm here to give like my thoughts, what I think, how I'm feeling, and what I can kind of research, get in the data, because that's what I do. I like, obviously, I like researching, I like getting in the data, and I like finding things that maybe people won't talk about. Because a lot of people talk about like the main things, but not a lot of people like kind of go down and talk about other things. So that's what I am here to do. However, Moats, because he's a former NFL player and everybody knows who he is and everybody wants his name, autograph, picture, all of those things. And they love every single thing about him. And you guys show up for him only. He is here to give us like the football stuff. So the matchups and the things that he's looking forward to and the things that he's noticed watching film and studying the way he studies, because I don't watch film and he does. So just in case you were wondering kind of like how this is structured and why we talk about different things, it is because all I do is research because I have a PhD, but it's Arthur Moats that really is bringing like the meat and potatoes here. And so I'm just calling that out so that we all know, okay, I set the stage for you. It's on you.
Are you finished? Are you finished?
It's on you. Whenever you're ready. They need to know. They need to understand like my role. I'm kind of like the icing. Okay. I'm just like the icing. Like you need the icing. You want the icing. It's so good, right? It's so good. Icing is bomb, right? Most is like the cake.
This is funny.
Because you like the cake part of this. Okay. So I'm just helping them to understand. So I'm setting you up. Like I'm setting you up so you can have the floor. So go ahead. They're all here for you.
It's not even like that. All right. It's not even like that. Okay. I don't know why you acting like that. All right. I'm just here.
Everybody understands.
I'm just a guy. Okay. I'm just a YouTuber. I got a little, I'm just a YouTuber. That's all I am. All right. Nothing more, nothing less. YouTuber. Okay. Jeez. But during my time away from being a YouTuber, okay, and not all this other stuff she's talking about, don't nobody be looking for me worried about me at all. All right, just for sure. Just regular guy.
I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you.
Just regular guy. For sure, regular guy. But there were some matchups, some things that did kind of come across to me that I'm like, you know what? I do think that this could, swing the pendulum, so to speak, man, one way or the other. And the first one, to me, has to start with their left guard, and it's not the first rounder either. Donovan Jackson was the first rounder that they just drafted, but he's hurt. He's out. They're going to be going with Joe Huber. All right, that's their left guard, going to be replacing him. And why is that important? Because he has to face killer Cam Hayward, and Cam has a long track record of not just destroying people, but destroying people that aren't, as TaNeisha likes to call them, starters. But to me, not only is this important, it's important because it can help make them one-dimensional. You look at their run game, they do a really good job of moving people in terms of the run blocking part, winning the grass. And Donovan Jackson is a heck of a player early on in terms of doing a good job with that. Now with Cam, number one, that's one of his best things in terms of playing against the run. But when you talk about a lesser than opponent, now we're looking at him not just trying to match it and barely win. We're talking about him now potentially being able to take over. And that also shows up in the pass game, because now the quickest way to the quarterback, right? Outside linebacker DN, you further out. But as you start to talk about when we go into our obvious pass situations, our nickel defense, where we have two D linemen, now we're talking about Cam directly over this guy. And you can't keep sliding this direction because you got to help out with TJ. So now we get that isolation. And granted, Christian Darrisaw, I'm going to talk about also, but now you create one-on-ones on that backside. And to me, Cam should thrive with that right there, especially versus Joe Huber, not just in the run, but also in the pass. So our guys aren't trying to, do the whole, I can stop Justin Jefferson today. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So easy on here, all right? We want to help you out, all right? I know in your heart you ready to lock him up. I know in your heart, I know, but
let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Cam. Yeah. So that's the first one we're starting off with. The next one, as you heard, right? I said, man, I want to create that one-on-one, and the Steelers are going to try to create that one-on-one. So the next thing is Christian Darrisaw. He just came back. He had been injured throughout the preseason and early on in the season. His first game back was last week. Played well, but also gave up pressure, gave up a sack, if I remember correctly. Well, who just had one of the most exciting, most productive pass rushing performances, to the point that people was like, yo, should we trade Highsmith? Do we need Highsmith anymore? True. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
Highsmith just trying to get back. He was like, yo,
I
we
don't
don't need Highsmith, bro.
understand.
I'm like, bro, what? He plays well, so your first response is get rid of this one.
Trade the guy. Like trade. I mean, he can't stay healthy, but like, why are we trading him already? Like, can we have racks like budget people that can play well? Like, I don't understand.
Like, don't y'all like when we say, hey, we got multiple guys we could throw at him? Like, don't y'all let him say
What
that?
are we doing? Why are we
when
trading guys?
when you trade those guys away, you know, it's like, hey, please don't get hurt, guy. It's like, who wants to live
Yeah.
like that, man? All right, we feel great right now. So that matchup to me, though, is the one I'm really excited about.
Okay.
Because, like I said, with Darisaw struggled a little bit last week, but it was his first game back, and he's also a high pedigree guy, really good first rounder, you know, left tackle, all that good stuff. But to me, Nick Herbig is on this I'm trying to prove that I deserve to get paid trajectory right now. He's also trying to prove to the Steelers that when Alex Highsmith does return, that you don't just take me out this lineup. You don't just minimize my role. I'm a guy that you have to keep on this field in some capacity, a la James Harrison when Joey Porter had initially got in trouble, right? It opened that door, and from then it was like, yo, we can't who gonna sit that down? You can't sit that down. He might not be that, but he ain't. Yeah, he nice. He's still nice. That's Herbig to me. And this is going to be another one of those opportunities. The same way we feel confident in Highsmith, we feel that confidence because we've seen Highsmith go through a Ronnie Stanley, right? We've seen him go through Orlando Brown. We've seen him go through a Deion Dawkins. We can name all of the all-pro, Pro Bowl left tackles, and Highsmith has took their heads off. So to me, if Herbig wants to be in that same class, right? He wants to get that same type of money. He wants to be viewed in that same way. This is a guy that he has to win against. And I think he's capable of doing that.
I like that. I like that. I have a question, just football question.
Yeah.
So in your preparation for the game, okay. Let me just say what I'm thinking, and then you can rearrange it for me. When you're preparing for a game, obviously you're looking at your matchups and what that looks like for you, and then you're studying the film on that person of their last game. I'm assuming. I guess my question is, that's kind of my question. How do you
how do
your
I process
matchups?
To create the matchups?
Correct. And then how do you, but I want to know it from a player's perspective. Like if
I got you. I know exactly what you're asking.
If you were playing this weekend, like how would you be looking at this and what would you be saying to yourself?
So literally the way that I'm breaking down these matchups is exactly how I would go through it. The difference is this. The names of who I'm breaking down would be different because it wouldn't have to be offense and defense, right? It would be more if I'm just playing defense, these are the people that I'm specifically worried about because of how they can attack us. Offense, y'all have to worry about you guys, but I trust y'all also. So I'm not going to disrespect offense by feeling like I have to prepare for offense to let them know, hey, man, you better watch out for this guy, you better watch out for that guy, man, they're going to come with this blitz. It's like, nah, man, y'all professionals as well. Now we're going to be in that same team meeting room, so I hear certain things for you guys, y'all going to hear certain things from us. But as a whole, I'm locked in. So from here, the way that we would go about the matchups, you don't create the matchup first. You watch tape first and see who is doing stuff because what most people do, especially like fans, it was like, yo, who's the big name, the star? And it's like, all right, that's star. All right, that's the only guy we're worried about. And it's like, most of the time, it's like, man, you better watch the other guys and how you want to deal with those guys because they're the ones that can kill you. It's like, man, if you come in here and all you're worried about is Justin Jefferson, and you're like, hey, we're going to double Justin Jefferson. Okay, cool. Jordan Addison is one-on-one on the backside from the rest of the game. Who do you want to guard him one-on-one for the rest of the game with no help? That's not what you want to do. So you start to look at, okay, well, if they got a Jordan Addison and they got a Justin Jefferson, well, what are certain things that we could do? They also got a TJ Hockenson. We know how Hunter Henry impacted us last week. Now, part of that was due to the volume. So as you watch the tape, you start to look, okay, I pointed out the offensive line part. It's like, man, these dudes really run the ball. They run the ball well. Why is that? Well, their guards and their centers may do a really good job of moving the interior part. And that's why even though it's Jordan Mason and not Aaron Jones, he's still, able to hit that 100-yard mark because of that element of it, right? Also, when I look and I say, well, hey, man, through 3 games, the 2 games they won as a team, they ran for over 100 yards. But the 1 game they lost, they struggled to run the ball. Who was that against? The Falcons. So now I'm looking at that Falcons tape and I want to see schematically, what did they do? Oh, okay. You made them have to block 1-on-1. So what are certain things that we do defensively that could replicate that? Maybe we're not married to everything that, that Raheem Moore down in Atlanta does, but there are certain concepts that we're going to have. Hey, we know what Brian Flores does, right?
Mhm.
We do certain things that he does. We're not married to all his concepts. We don't do all of that window dressing, but it's like, yo, we all have certain parallels, certain similarities. So once again, you think to yourself, they practice against that defense every day the same way our offense practices against us. So we know certain things of how to combat that. So it's certain things that we know we can't just do against them because they've already seen this. They already know how to combat that. And those are the things that we started looking through. So now as you continue to break down the matchups, I say, okay, well, if I know O-line wise, the interior part of the offensive line is the best in terms of when they're run blocking, where's the weakest link? Oh, it's a rookie. Oh, rookie's not in there no more. Oh, it's his backup. That's what I needed. Okay, bet.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one. Okay. Well, hey, if I know TJ is over here, the same way they're trying to get Justin Jefferson into ideal one-on-ones, we're trying to do the same thing for TJ. So TJ, you're going to always be by yourself away from where Cam is. I don't want y'all on the same side because they can slide to y'all. And now my two most dominant players, y'all 2-on-3. I don't want to deal with that. Plus probably a chip from a tight end or a running back. So how can I offset you guys? Right? So that's why I'm looking at. I'm saying, well, if I'm offsetting this and I know they're going to slide that way, well, that has to create my one-on-one for Nick Herbig.
Right.
And how do I feel about that matchup? So that's how we start to just kind of build it up. And then from there, like I said, if it was just defense, I would just keep going that way. And it's like, okay, well, who's another player? What's something else that they do well that we need to account for? Maybe it's all right, how they want to attack us with their quick game in terms of just getting Justin Jefferson involved. So maybe it's a check that, okay, if he's motioning from the backside of the formation where he's the only receiver to the front side where now he might be that second receiver, right? Or he's trying to get that third receiver spot where we know that'll be a linebacker guarding Justin Jefferson.
Right. Okay. Okay. So it's like
it's like
a
all the things you
puzzle
start
piece.
thinking of.
Yeah, it's like a
1,000%.
puzzle. And okay.
1,000%.
And you're looking for I don't think you said this word, but you're looking for like vulnerabilities basically.
Yeah.
Because that's
absolutely.
your attack method. And then it's kind of like vulnerability 1, vulnerability 2. Like these are our okay. And then that's your game plan. And then that's what you kind of go in the week and you're like, all right, this is okay. I never understood how it kind of started, I guess.
Yeah.
I just knew that matchups happened, but I never
Yeah.
knew,
So you have to know, first off, you have to know yourself intimately, right? What we do well and what we struggle with. And then you have to know your personnel in terms of why are we struggling with this? Why do we do these things? Why do we do these things well? And then from there, you look at the opponent and you have to be brutally honest with yourself. It can't be we nice because we said we nice. Yeah, and that's Justin Jefferson over there. Good luck. That's Jordan Addison over there. Good luck. Yeah. We can have that false bravado, but pride and ego at this level gets you beat. You hear me say it all the time. So it's like, okay, understanding what we struggle with, understanding what they do well, and now what do they struggle with? Oh, what do we do? Oh, so you said we rush the passer well. Oh, they have problems when they having to throw the ball down the grass. But why do they get sacked so much? Well, because who do they want to get the ball to so much? Justin Jefferson. And they don't want to just do short to intermediate, right? That's boring. They want it down the grass. Yeah. So the things that we guard against and we complain about because we're more of a safer approach, they are more on the aggressive side, offensively and defensively, almost in the sense of for us, we're playing, and I don't want to call it not to lose. We just play a safer style. We're not willing to take as much risk. Yeah. Right. Whereas for the Vikings, they're high risk, high reward. They remind me of like the poker people where it's like, yo, put it all in the middle of the table. You're like, bro, every single time. Like, for example, cover 0 is a coverage from a defensive standpoint that is a blitz where everybody is going. You don't have any safety help, nobody to bail you out. Everybody is one-on-one. You traditionally only call cover 0 when you are within 20 yards of the goal line because you're telling yourself, all right, we can't get beat deep. But even 20 yards is, for most people, the absolute cutoff, the line of demarcation. You don't even consider it past 20. Most aren't even comfortable with it outside of 10 just because of how risky it is. Brian Flores will call cover 0 at the 50-yard line. Oh, y'all want to remember something funny? Mason Rudolph, prior to halftime, throws a touchdown pass to Deontay Johnson, Monday Night Football versus the Miami Dolphins. Brian Flores is the head coach.
Flores. Yeah.
The first call they have, they're showing a cover 2 look. We bang a timeout. They switch their call to that cover 0 max blitz, and we gash him DJ on a slant for a touchdown. They blew the whole game open. After that, man, it wasn't even close. That's the risk and reward. So it's like we look at the Vikings now, and it's like, oh, sexy, yeah, blitz, crazy, woo, I love it. But it's like y'all won't holler about that. We was just, And it's like, that's the risk and reward of it. We're not willing to open ourselves up to that. We would never do that with Coach Tomlin and Terrell Austin. We're not going to do that.
We're not.
But the flip side is that blitz might hit. And if that blitz hits, forced fumble, strip sack, or that quarterback pumps it too quick, throws an interception, pick six, we feel great. So it's like high risk, high reward. But that's just not who we are. And then the same with their offense. They will risk the drop back, extended double move so I can get Justin Jefferson down that grass for the bomb. And it's like, man, we said 12 sacks of your quarterback. That is not what you want. And that doesn't even count for pressures or QB hits. We're just talking sacks.
Yeah.
So when you start thinking of that, it's like, well, yeah, that's something that plays into what we do well. But that's also why we don't do a lot of that, because we start offensive line. We don't feel that confident with. We don't feel like, they could just protect. So we avoid it. Okay. And for some of us, we don't mind it. For others, like, man, fire this dude, man. He sucked, man. Hey, be aggressive. It's like, it's just a difference of philosophies. That's it. Yeah. Both are positive, though. Both work. As you can see, both teams are having winning records. But the flip side is one has done it in a little bit more exciting manner. But at the end of the day, are you winning or are you not? And we're going to find out which method, which philosophy works well in this matchup, because offensively and defensively, you're going to see literally that, like the yin versus the yang.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I just think it's so interesting how intricate these things are. Yeah. Because it's like, yet and still, right? If the Vikings do everything right and the Steelers do everything right, what really can turn this game is the Vikings turning the ball over one time. Like, but everything else would have went perfect, down to perfection, down to every single thing. But it didn't matter because in that one time, in that one possession, it just didn't work. And now all of the things, so it's like right game plan, right everything. It just couldn't hold. And that was us. That was us versus the Seahawks, if you think about it. Football. Yeah, because or whatever it is. So, or so-and-so makes a great play, right? Because I think that's the other piece of this, where it's like, if everything works, we are all moving in unison together. But that's not what this is. This is a game. Yeah. So somebody is going to either break a tendency or play above their what we think or whatever it is. And that's going to be the difference. But you just never know, because you have to see like the game and the moment and the situation. So okay.
Absolutely. But I got a couple more matchups, and after that, I see a super that just came in. I actually caught it this time. I saw it. All right. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to get better. Okay.
You're doing great.
I'm being
you are our world. You are a force multiplier. Don't you forget it.
Look, see why you keep doing this, man. You gotta stop this, man. We're staying focused, all right? I'm not entertaining this. I'm staying focused, okay? I got a couple more matches we're gonna get up to, okay? So
now I'm a distraction. Boy, I tell you.
I know early on you have brought up, some coordinators in terms of, some of the matches you're looking for. You like, hey, bro, it's that coordinator, this coordinator. I'm also with you, but a little bit different, okay? My matchup right here is, we know who Justin Jefferson is, right? Terrell Austin. What is your plan? Because as you heard me break down earlier, if you just come out here and say, yep, we're going to have this corner on him, Jalen Ramsey's going to stay on him, and we're going to keep, whichever safety, might be Deshaun Elliott, we'll see. But whoever's, we're going to keep him over there the whole time as well. And it's like, all right, cool. We're going to count for 2 every single time he goes. Are we playing Darius Slay man-to-man on Jordan Addison the whole game? I don't feel comfortable with that for 4 quarters. I think Slay will make some plays, but all it takes is one bad, and that's a touchdown. You could just see the difference in that, so to speak, right? Or to say, okay? You can see the difference in that. So from there, I'm asking myself with Terrell Austin, are you going to take the approach of you're trying to pressure, which is something that you don't typically do, but you try to do more of the blitz package stuff to make it where Carson Wentz has to get rid of the ball faster, and you're spinning coverage to Justin Jefferson in a more traditional manner, right? Cover 6, where he likes to line up on the backside. All right, cool. I got corner that could be aggressive on him, and I still got safety up over top, but I still don't bastardize everything else that we're doing with the defense. That's an approach. You got the other approach of, all right, we're going to sit back, play our soft zone, keep everything in front of us. Justin might have 20 catches for about, 200 yards, but everything was in front of us. So I get it. If that's the approach you want to take, he didn't score a touchdown, but it's like the numbers are going to look crazy. But that could work, and you make a team have to snap the ball 16, 17 times on a drive. We saw the Patriots have success doing that, but at the end, they would make the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think that's still a little bit dangerous game to play versus the Vikings because they don't show a lot of complete self-destruction just yet, but they do make mistakes. But you see what, like, I think that's a little bit dicey versus them to play the, wait, it's going to happen. I think you might want to speed it up and be a little bit more aggressive versus them. But that's the part where I want to see with Terrell Austin, how he attacks this. Because for some teams, they'll say, man, you put the number two corner on Justin Jefferson, right? Darius Slay, play that safety over top. And Ramsey, you got to be a son of a gun. You man to man on the backside, no help, and live. Get it how you live. You versus Jordan Addison. It's like, we can do that too.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with that. But as you can see, you got some pros and cons to either approach or any of those approaches when you're dealing with that type of talent. And this is still based on us being able to keep a lid on Hawkinson as well. He hasn't been going crazy, but we know
he has potential.
He has potential.
Yeah.
So, like I said, man, that's definitely one of those ones.
I like that one. I like that one.
This one, we're either going to be throwing up together or we're going to be feeling amazing together. Broderick Jones, hey, I know you had a great week last week. You had a chill week last week, man. The week prior to that, it was cool as well. Hey, bro, it's up this week, man. All right, you know what it is. Get your war paint. All right, whatever you got to do to get your mind ready. Because Jonathan Greenard, I'm just letting you know, he would whatever you with. Okay, he done back-to-back 12+ sack seasons. You know how I feel about pass rushes. Once you cross that 10+, you like, oh, you a real one. All right, we ain't playing with you at this level. You get 10+, you're a dog, bro. He done 12 to 2. He done 12 to 12 back-to-back. All right, I'm just letting you know. You heard it here.
Just FYI, just in case you're wondering.
And now, TaNeisha, we've been doing this now for a couple weeks. I haven't spoken like this since Will McDonald week 1. Okay?
Yeah.
So y'all heard it here. Don't be over here with some Project God dang it, all right, I'm John. Arthur Smith Daggett, don't play. Okay? Put a tight end over there. Y'all know the drill. Okay? That Jets approach that y'all had. And I'm probably
pray.
And I'm like the biggest Broderick supporter right now. I'm like the dark horse. I didn't came out the mud. Like, I don't even know why I'm like on this Broderick kick, but I'm like, Broderick, come on, baby. I've been working with you, Broderick. Come on, baby. I'm liking what I'm saying, Broderick, but whoa, baby. This one of the ones.
Yeah.
This is a real one. Name isn't as familiar as Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and Micah Parsons, but I'm trying to let everybody know. This dude is good.
Still a thing.
He's good.
It's
good.
We gotta stay really focused. We have to stay focused.
It's really good. For sure.
And do your job. Just do your job. Like, again, no one's asking you to just very aggressively do your job.
Do your job. Please do your job. Okay. And whoever you guys, from a spiritual standpoint, who you guys like to talk to, pray to, I don't want to offend anybody. So however y'all do it, just if you send an extra one up, all right? Just with all due respect. Like I said, I'm Team Broderick. And trust me, if he do what I hope he can do, oh, y'all not gonna hear the end of it from me. Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be Broderick alert all week. All right, heavy on the Broderick. Heavy on the Broderick. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, listen. I mean, and he's protecting like one of our biggest assets. Maybe not by dollar amount, but by impact. I think a lot of times.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
So, like, again, like this is it, right? Like this is why you're in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is that moment. So do it, make it happen. I like. What do you want me to say? Like, no,
what they say. You want to play left tackle in the National Football League. You want to be the starter, right? Yeah. Everybody wanted him to be that starting left tackle. Well, this is what comes with being the starter at left tackle. You're the same way I was talking about Nick Herbig, and I'm saying you want to be the man. You want to be the guy, and you got to go ahead and whoop these dudes. Hey, Broderick, you want to be the guy? You got to block these dudes. We're gonna find out. For sure, we're going to find out. So with that being the case, we're going to end it on a high note in terms of my matchups because I ain't like how that energy was. So this is why I saved this matchup for the last one, okay? But let me get Mr. Sign Language, okay? I'm trying to stand on business. I need DK, and specifically versus Byron Murphy Jr. When, but this is when They doing that aggressive cover zero blitzing.
Okay.
That's the guy. That's their best man-to-man coverage corner. That's their best corner that they utilize. That's the guy that they let travel and stuff, etc. He is going to be the guy that's going to be matched up with DK, and DK has to win. When that happens, I don't know how often it's going to happen, but it's going to happen because that's what Brian Flores does. He's going to give you 30 different looks, and then it's going to be 0 for real. Then he's going to have everybody up there, and it's going to be coverage. They're going to have everybody. They're going to come in again. He's like, bro, they really. He's like, yes, they really doing this, bro. So, with that being the case, that means there is 0 help out there. It is true backyard one-on-one football. Make it work. Rodgers understands how to backpedal, throw it up.
Yep.
And this is where you go get that thing. Go make him right. But it's going to be available. It's going to happen just because of how aggressive Brian Flores is with that defense. And for sure, Byron Murphy is going to be the guy that is guarding DK. Shoot, I pray it's somebody else because then it's like, barbecue chicken, right? Barbecue chicken. But Flo ain't go. I don't see Flo.
No, I don't see it. Yeah. Why would he? Because why would he change it? Like, why?
You see what I mean? I don't see Flo doing that.
You need the advantages on your team.
Yeah, I'm like, Flo would not match that up like that and call that behind that because that's dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very, very dangerous. You don't want to do that. But that's the one that, like I said, man, those are the matchups, though, for me that I do feel like will have an impact in this game in a major way. And that Broderick one for sure is going to have an impact.
I was going to say, out of all the ones you said, I think that's the main one.
Yes.
Because if I had to win any of them, I think for me, it would be that one. Because it's kind of like, I mean, I want to win all of them. But if I had, if you were going to make me choose, it 100% is that. Because I think that just allows so much more other things to happen. And God, like, can we just run the football well this game? I mean, I don't even know what to say about the run game.
Now, TaNeisha, can I so you said it last week. You was like, oh yeah, I heard that, they got good players too. All right. You might have heard this one dude. His name is like Hargrave. They call him like Grave Digger.
Is he playing this week? I know who's injured.
It's called like Wobble. Yeah, that like he potentially be back out that thing. And I'm just like, that could make running the ball just a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting to see about Van Ginkel though. Just throwing that out there. All right, he might not be out there because he did not practice yesterday, and I don't think he practiced earlier today either. So just throwing that out there. That might be a benefit for it. Yeah, but I say I did see he was DNP, so that might be a benefit. But that's my only. I'm like, they start having some of those injuries, some of those dudes not out there. I'm with you. I think that running game should pick up a lot more. But
we'll see.
We got to see.
We'll see.
Now, oh, go ahead. What you about to say? Because I was about to ask you a question. What you got?
Oh, I was just going to ask you a question from the chat. Can you beat Broderick Jones in a race
right now?
Yeah.
See, I ain't disrespecting Broderick like that, man. Anybody that is currently active, I'm going to forever say is faster, stronger, and better at everything because they're active. And that's how we'll leave it at that. And the reason I say this out of respect, I remember when I was playing and we would always hear, oh, man, such and such thinks he could come in. We're like, bro, I'll wash him. I'll work him. Now, granted, I will say this. There was once a guy that actually came back and proved that he still had it. His name was James Harrison. I watched that man retire. And I was like, yo, this is my spot. I'm the LB here now. And he came back and I was like, no, it's your spot. I'm just here to help. I'll be your Robin. Thank you. Appreciate you. You're still there. Fun. All right. So yeah, that's but
what question do you have for me?
It's like a respect because I do feel good about it though. But respect to the boys, all right? Respect to the
that's
dudes.
what I was waiting for. I'm like, how is this weekend, this competitiveness? It's coming.
Respect to the guys. Respect to the guys. Respect to the guys. Hey, respect to the guys, all right?
Respect to y'all. Don't try me. But respect. Y'all got it.
It's a mutual respect. I think that's what I like to call it. It's a mutual, like, hey, you might be the big dog there. I might feel like I'm the big dog here. And sometimes them dogs never have to go at it. Sometimes them dogs be like, you know what? Salute you. Salute. We leave it at that. So that's how I feel. All right.
But deep down, you think you could win. That's all I care about. Okay. What was the question you were going to ask me?
I try to maintain a well-fit lifestyle. Okay. And I try to maintain a body weight that, revolves around my playing days. You feel me? So like what they say, like, oh man, most you like still play. I try to keep that around. And in fact, sometimes I say, I low key kind of in better shape now than I was back then.
So everything's a yes. Okay, I understand.
But no, we're not saying that. No, we're not saying that. No, we're not putting that on me. We're not saying that. All right, we're not saying that.
I guarantee you right now, we all pulled up.
It is a healthy
Roderick
respect.
was on one side, you would be
it's a healthy respect.
I'm good. I got this.
It's a healthy respect, is all I'm saying. All right, it's a healthy respect. That's all I'm saying. It's respect. All right,
chat. We know the answer.
Yeah. It's respect. It's respect. Shoot, man, Broderick fast though, man. You think about? I'm sure Broderick is man. That's a well-oiled machine right now, man. Big killing grizzly, bro. All right, don't play with that man over there. I don't want no parts of Broderick, man. I'm team Broderick. I'm a supporter. Okay.
As soon as you end the show in like an hour, in your mind, you're gonna be like, man, I would dust Broderick Jones.
Funny, man.
You're like eating dinner. You're gonna be like, shoot.
You're funny. See, I ain't even going there. I think it's the problem as competitors. We always know what we are, and we always know what we were. You're just like, hey, bro, hold on now. But it's just funny too, because it's like most fast guys are like, yo, bring up a name, like a faster name. You know what I mean? You're like, the lineman, all right. Hey, man, respect to the boys, man. Respect, man. Any of them. They're all of them nice. All of them good. All of them.
Well,
all of them nice. He's just like, man,
the question. You got the question.
Y'all are funny, man. Salute to y'all, though, man. Salute to y'all. But yes. So the question that I had for you was this, though. Obviously, we were breaking down the matchup, but we didn't talk about how those around us view us, right? The Vegas, the house.
Yeah. What do they say?
Now, granted, we are the home team, but it's technically not a home game.
The home team, yeah.
But we're the home team. They got us actually as dogs, though. Yeah, 2.5 points. They think the Vikings are at least 2.5 points better than us in this matchup, which I was a little bit surprised by because of how, robust the Vikings margin for victory was last week and how tight ours was, even though we also won and covered.
I think I'm not shocked because depending on who you ask, they will say we didn't win because of us. We won because the Patriots lost. And I think that's what's given them the extra whatever. I will tell you though, Coach Tomlin against the spread when it's like this usually covers. I mean, it's if you want to look at the data.
I just went to ask. Just figured out. Going out there.
Yeah. No. So I think it's because they're saying we didn't win. We didn't go out there and dominate. And they're looking at the Vikings' performance as dominating. And listen, listen. I think you could make the same argument the other way. But I think also they're getting credit because they believe their defense is better than ours. I think that's what's giving them that edge. And I haven't even looked at the numbers as far as like where everybody is because it's week 3. I kind of feel like the numbers in week 3 are kind of like fluffy.
You already know.
So I don't really know if that's true or not. I mean, I think that's what they're seeing. So
hey, and that's the beauty of football. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna line it up. Just like you're gonna we're gonna line it up.
See, you was about to say something slick. All right, he's about to say something slick. See, stop. I'm on your team, okay? I'm team PhD. You was about to. I felt it. You were for sure about that. You shot me up yesterday. The stream in it. You shot me up in the comments. You timestamped it. I was like, yo, you still shooting me, man? I thought it was the same team. You want to shoot me again? You for sure. I see you pointed it. You pointed it at me, man. All right, you for sure pointed it. I was like, yo,
we're definitely on the same team, and that's why I know that you can beat Roderick Jones in a race. So
oh my God! See, I'm not getting in trouble with nobody. All right, I'm team all active players. Okay,
so whenever you have your conversation with Broderick, you tell him that I said. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I am totally kidding.
I was like, first off, have y'all seen Broderick in person? Nobody else said Broderick in person. Okay, I'm like, hey, we are none of them. Okay.
That's why I said I'll set you up, right? To go through the thing when you see him.
You know.
It wasn't you. It was me.
I'll win because I'm scared he's chasing me and I'm running for fear of my life. Okay, that's a big I'm no part of that man. All right,
that's hilarious. Somebody's on my side in the chat. I know that's right.
It is.
Come on,
shout out to Jay.
Come on over, Jay.
Man. Let's go. Let's go.
I love that. What were your super chats? I saw them come across the screen, but I didn't read them.
Let's see. Did we have?
Because I think one was long and I didn't.
You're right. There it is. I'm glad you brought that up too. James Skicka. Shout out to James Skicka. He says, Dr. T. I like how you put some respect on her name. Dr. T. and Moats. Nobody's talking about it, but don't count out spiritual justice and divine intervention. Hey, Glory, I'm with you. He says, old man Rooney is looking down on his boys and us. He's going to pull some strings for us up there. Peace. Shout out, man. You're absolutely right, man. Old man Rooney, RIP to Mr. Rooney, man. DMR for sure. We know that was the ambassador over there in Ireland, man. And yeah, that's going to be talked about. And that's for sure been talked about, man. Those dudes know what they're playing for. Those dudes know what they're going to be representing, man. And yeah, I do expect that to give them a little bit added boost on top of that. So shout out.
I got another supporter.
Hey, let's go. All right. And then we got tons of fun. He says, is it wrong for me to say this matchup feels similar or feels familiar to the Seahawks? Both QBs with up and down. Yep. But have weapons and a decent defense. And yeah.
I think that's fair. Because I could be wrong, and I'm not just saying this because I played the Steelers. I think the Seahawks might be on an upswing. Like, I think they might be. I think the defense might.
They look good this past week.
They did. I think they might be figuring something out. Like, I think they're kind of headed in the right direction. They play physical, fast. They hit hard. They swarm the ball. Like, they do all the things. So that's not a bad analogy, actually.
Yeah. Hopefully the difference though between Seahawks and Vikings is we don't have the major critical error, because that for sure was, the difference in that Seahawks game. And it really, we said, swung the whole feel of it and swung the whole momentum late in the day, man. So yeah.
Wait, but can I ask you something? Did Caleb Johnson play at all last week? Was he wasn't on the inactives. I looked at
he was active. No, he was active. For sure he was active, but he didn't get any snaps that I saw. No. And that was the Kenneth Gainwell part.
Yeah, I was curious to see, like, was it remanded to inactive or was it like,
because so it's just the same thing you were looking at was what I was looking at as well. It was like, and as long as nobody else gets hurt, he'll be dressed. But what happens is this: once you fall down to you're not getting any snaps realistically, you're one injury away at the wrong position, and now they got to bump somebody up or somebody else needs to dress there, and that's when they'll take him. But for right now, it buys him another week. And who knows what happens this game, man? He is literally a play or two away from being out there, and now nobody cares about what didn't happen. You better figure it out, man. Go play.
Or somebody else's dumb mistake, right? Like,
seriously,
somebody else's inability to whatever. Like, that means you're back. Like, that's just how this goes.
That's how fast it happens, and nobody is going to care. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you, and that's why we say, as players, you can't go into that pity party, that tank that most people assume you should go into because you played bad or had a bad snap. Why we say 24-hour rule is because literally this next game, man, if you carry that mess up on kickoff into this game and you mess up again, you will be out this league. You will be fired. You don't have time for that. So that's the part where it's like, man, forget what you did wrong. You know how to correct that, and it never happens again. But you better make sure that you've been watching film the same way. Even though you didn't take a rep last week, hopefully somebody got in your ear and said, man, show up early on Monday, run with the inactives and run with the practice squad guys. So that way you get in double conditioning. Speaking from a guy that had to do it at one point before, because not everybody is starters from start to finish the whole time. Sometimes, man, you go through a phase where, all right, they calling you the guy that don't want out there no more. Okay. Well, hey, man, when that does happen, you still have to be ready, because in 2 weeks, man, you might be right back out there heavily in the lineup, and they don't care about you being out of shape either. So Caleb, you're hearing it, man. The dudes in there telling you that. They know what it is. But for sure, man.
I'm keeping an eye out for him. I want the comeback story, right? I want that one. I want him. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want it to be a bad reason why he's out there, but unfortunately it's football. That's usually how it happens, is somebody has to go down for somebody else to kind of come in. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm cheering for him, and I hope that he maintains his spot and his position, and he works his way through it. Like, I hope that he's doing all the things, right? Showing up early, studying, and hope as soon as his number gets called, he's ready and he can hold on to the football.
Please. No more negativity. You got to come up with a different issue. You can't keep having the same stuff pop up, man. Can't have the same stuff pop up. Yeah, but I like it, though. I like it. Well, shoot. That's all I had. You got anything left before we get up out of here?
I don't have anything else. I don't even get to be petty at the end of this for my
Hey, look,
end screen.
I'm so happy because, like I said, man, you was cooking me, you was killing me, and just know, all right, I'm gonna get in the lab. I'm for sure gonna get in the lab. But you were so ahead of the game with how you was cooking me. I told you I was like torn between astonished. And then I was like, dang, she's like cooking me on top of this. But I'm like, yo, this is really cool. Like, how did you do that? But I'm like, yo, she's really like cooking me right now. So
Yeah.
I'm torn, but I'm recovering. Okay, just I'm recovering.
Hey,
And you gonna be sleeping. You ain't gonna be thinking about it. It's like, boom, I got you. All right. So
it was all about you and your excellence and how fabulous.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm sure.
It was all
yeah,
about
yeah.
Mr. Force Multiplier.
Just a guy. Just a guy.
No, no one here is calling you that. So.
Everybody calls me that. Come on, man. So, with that being the case, though, everybody calls me that. Everybody calls me that. Yeah, it's like my nigga day. It's just a guy.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it.
I like it.
Cool.
So on the back end, though, it looks like Dante, yes, please ask for your score prediction. Oh,
my
you want to drop that? Oh, he wants your score prediction. I'm about to say, do you want to drop that? I'm about to say, because I know you usually be waiting on that, right?
Yeah, and I usually. Yeah. I'll be honest. I usually don't give score predictions because there's so many factors, and I don't trust the Steelers. Okay, so I'm not giving a score prediction.
That's the truth.
Because every time I predict something, it doesn't happen. So I don't want to give a score prediction, and I don't want to say we're going to lose. So I'm like, no.
And then look, you give out the pros, the cons, which you like, which you don't like, and that's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, score predictions. I'm like, I don't even want to. Because then I'll feel bad. Then I'll feel like it's my fault. So.
And we'll have time for you to be feeling bad. Because I know when you feel bad, you might come over here and start shooting me up. And I don't want that. I don't want no problems. All right.
Stop.
But what I am going to say is this, chat. It's important. Don't just like and subscribe over here. Like and subscribe over there as well on her channel. And if you look in the comment section right now, you should see. This is the link to her members channel as well, man. So join her membership as well. All right. Make sure y'all show her love the same way y'all show me love. Join the upper room. All right. All that good stuff. Make sure y'all rocking out with her as well, man. All right. Because she got dope videos. She dropping content as well. You get the behind the scenes over there. Okay. There it is. There it is.
Look at you. Look at you.
So now I've checked all the boxes. I ain't forget nothing. All right. At least for today, I ain't forget nothing. I feel good. All right. And it smells like dinner time. So I'm excited. But with that being the case, as always, TaNeisha, you know I appreciate the heck out you. Taking some time to jump on the show, breaking it down victory formation style. All good. Chat, we appreciate y'all. You already know, man, the content flows because the way that y'all do it, man, the way that y'all show up and support. So we appreciate y'all. Please keep doing it. Stay safe out there if you are traveling. And until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.